Heyo. All right, let's do this. It's enough fooling around. Somebody told me we have a show to do. Are we live? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Testing 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. Coming at you. Live and in person. Welcome back to the show that never ends. Round and round we go. In the perpetual loop that we call life. For what it's worth. This is the part where I just get myself together. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Again, folks, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are now hearing me broadcasting live and in person all across the realm. Can you hear me out there in the outer lands? You think the folks out there beyond that supposed ice wall, you think they can tap into this transmission? Anybody out there in the Iron Republic? Hello? Coming to you live from the land called the United States of America, broadcasting all the way to the Iron Republic. You guys know about the Iron Republic. It's where Dave Weiss lives. That's where he vacations. Dave, I know you tell us you go to Mexico, but none of us are buying it. We know you're heading out there beyond that ice wall. We know it. We know you're on an airship to Tataria. Dave Weiss, Martin Liedtke. I think they might even let Archaics on that ship. I'm not sure. You think they'll let Z on the airship to Tataria? How about Patrick from OTW News? Patrick, are they going to let you on the airship? We're going to have to check your flat earth credentials before that happens, Patrick. You're suspect. My friend from OTW News. You're suspect. Let's fire this camera up. I got the lights on today. Let's see how my lighting's working out. There we are. I got a hot spot right here. Right here. Gotta get rid of that hot spot. Gotta fix the beanie. That's the first thing we do every morning. We fix the beanie. Somebody's gonna make a montage of me fixing my beanie. Welcome. Come on in. Let's all settle in. We're doing this thing. Right now, we're connecting. I'm connecting with you. You're all connecting with each other. It's one big, beautiful experience. I'm putting the word out. I want to talk to Patrick this morning from OTW News. I was thinking about him this morning. So, Rob, anybody, Jackie, I see you there. If you guys see OTW or shoot him a message, let him know that that his presence is being requested on this morning on the Z show. Let me make an adjustment with my lighting here. Hold on, guys. Just take a breath, take a sip of your coffee, whatever you do. I want to adjust my lighting here. You know, it's all about the production value. Yeah, Jackie, hit him up. Let him know I want to talk to him. I want to have a convo with my friend Patrick. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this lighting. Don't go anywhere, guys. I know this is a broadcasting faux pas, so to speak. But I got to get this right. It's probably not going to help. No, it didn't. But we'll work on it at another time. Right. Patrick. Looking at you, Patrick. Who's here? Who's here? Rob Cleveland, much love. Jackie Fox. So Heidi says she likes it dimmer, where it's sort of just me in like some dark space. We're going to vote right now. Right now I have the lighting where you could see more, right? You could see just more of the, let's say, the ambient atmosphere. Now, all right, we're going to vote. So press 1 in the chat if you'd like to see the more lit presentation. All right. And I'm going to turn the lights off. And you tell me what you like better. So we're going to kill that. I'm going to kill these. This is the second option. Just me in just like the eternal abyss. Tell me what you guys like. Come on, Heidi. Help me out here. Is this what you like better, Heidi? More mysterious, ethereal, or somewhat mysterious one? So Jackie likes the lights, but other people just like the other one. See, it's a mixed bag. Christos is lit. Or maybe Christos is just telling us that he's lit right now, which wouldn't be a surprise given his lifestyle. Rob Cleveland says, do it like Joe Cool. Sit in the dark and smoke a blunt, and all we see is the cherry. Well, Rob, I really don't want to model anything that I do in life after Joe Cool, so Dean says 1, it's good like it is. I don't know, you just confused me there, Dean. Maybe I confused myself. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I'm going to go with whatever Heidi says. She says looks good both ways. That doesn't help me, Heidi. It's not really beneficial. How about that? I put this light on, so it's somewhat like a cross. Yeah, I'm going to go right there. It warms it up a little bit. That's actually better. I don't have that hot spot either. All right, now we're getting somewhere. See, this was valuable. It was productive. You know, we're all having a productive morning here. It's a long game, everybody. It's a long game. We got big plans. We got big goals. Much like Jack Talcott, I picture myself someday in front of world leaders, men of influence, men of renown. But unlike Jack, I'm under no delusion or any illusions that I'm going to go up there and try to convince them to relinquish their godlike absolute power that they have over humanity. Mostly, it's probably just going to be me, with my head in a noose or some type of guillotine before they drop it on me. But hell, at least I'll have a good experience in the meantime. If you guys want to take me out, you really can't do anything about it, Could you imagine? Actually, it'll probably be Jack Talcott as the leader of the world as Jack Talcott takes over the UN. He becomes Supreme Chancellor and Emperor of the world. And then he has Zetetic Warrior and Paul Enslaved lined up at their head in the guillotine. Let's vote, guys. Who thinks Jack would push the button and drop the guillotine on both my and Paul Enslaved's neck. I'm saying Jack Talcott, given absolute power, would really have no problem or, any issue whatsoever with just taking me out, taking Paul out, really anybody who would get in his way of complete and total world domination. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Heidi says, absolutely. He would cut you out. Yeah. Yeah, the chat agrees. The chat agrees if Mr. Jack Talcott of Live Without Fear, registered trademark, everybody. Everybody seems to agree that if Mr. Talcott was given even a modicum of power, that he would pretty much be absolutely corrupted, as the saying goes. Much love, Jack. Much love. Maybe we'll see you sometime on the show. But we're not really looking for Jack this morning. We're looking for Patrick from OTW News. Not like I want to start any beef with him, but I want to have a rational conversation with him, see if I could reason with him in terms of a few things, maybe talk some sense into him. Maybe I can create an environment, a situation where we can all benefit in a mutual fashion. Can we do that, everybody? Do we have to live in a world where we just tear each other apart? Can we work together in some sense of mutual self-interest to progress, grow, make our way towards some goal or otherwise? Is it possible? Or are we just forever doomed to this cycle of insanity, self-destruction, and despair? I don't know. What's Rob saying? He says, you can't have a rational conversation with a literal insane person. Good point, Rob. I need to remember that. Dude. Lumitami in the house says OTW sucks. Denver World Star. Well, Tommy, no one ever accused you of being boring. I don't think anybody's ever accused you of being sober either. Or rational. Or sane. So either way, Tommy, we love you. Tommy's made a name for himself on these metaversal streets, as he likes to say it. Tommy, I see a bright future for you. One that includes, well, I'll let you paint the picture, Tommy. Maybe we'll see you later on this morning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much my audience will tolerate the Illumitami insanity that seems to come along with your presentation. Plus, Tommy likes to do show and tell with various, let's say, steal property that he has. And when I mean steal, I don't mean like property that he's stolen. I mean steal property. Bang, bang. Right, Heidi says no. Heidi's vetoing the whole Illumitami experience. She's not really a fan, Tom. Here's the question, Chad. Is Illumitami in some way a sex symbol? Does he have the potential? Does Tommy have what it takes to develop into some kind of like a fad, Can Illumitami be the metaverse's sexiest man, Who is the metaverse's? Who's the sexiest man of the metaverse? Is it indeed Rob Cleveland? He does have all the components. The melanated look is in. He's got the dreadies. He's got that smooth presentation. My vote goes for Rob Cleveland as the sexiest man on the Trutherverse. Let's call it. Tommy says he was a sex symbol from 09 to 17. Well, Tommy, at least you had your heyday. You know what they say, it's better to be a has-been than a never was. So Yeah, Rob says he's over 6 feet. So there you go, Rob, right there. That puts you in the running at least, probably at the top of the list. Who else? How about Nachiketa? Can we include Nachiketa in the running as one of the sexiest men in the Trutherverse? You know, get the little Asian flavor going. Get the Liu Kang look. Who else would be in there? What about Flow State? Tristan Laverack votes for himself. I like the confidence, Tristan. I like what you have going, though. I like that. What about Dean Kendall? Can we put Dean up there? Sexiest man in the Trutherverse. We have London Man. We can go on and on. How about Benton? Any votes? Maybe we'll do that one morning. We'll have the candidates. We can do like a bracketing system, you know, like they do for the NCAA tournaments, you know, where we'll face people off against each other. We'll have the crowd vote, and then we will decide who is the sexiest man in the Trutherverse. Maybe we'll do it today once the show gets going a little bit. We get more people in here. What do you think, Heidi? Think that'd be good content for today's show? The sexiest man in the Trutherverse? Heidi, what are you asking me? She says, oh, you missed FSS on Anton's stream and his lady, Z. Were you watching? Who's SSS? Who's FSS? Am I supposed to know who that is? The Flow State? Heidi's got a fixation with Flow State. Heidi, I'm feeling a little bit jealous. You're arousing certain feelings inside of me that are creating some degree of mental and psychic discomfort. Right, she means Flow State. Come on, Heidi, what are you trying to do to me? We already know about my ego. It's fragile. And the reality, I think all egos are fragile. I don't want to go down the whole ego thing. Rob Cleveland says host state instead of flow state. I like flow state. Much love, flow state. Maybe we'll talk to you sometime soon. But what I want you guys to start thinking about candidates for the to be included for the sexiest man in the Trutherverse contest. We have Awesome Austin from Melodome. We could put him in there. You know, Austin, if you're listening, I think you have a shot. I think you deserve inclusion in the conversation in terms of sexiest man in the Trutherverse. Of course, I have to exclude myself from the competition as to avoid any intrinsic bias because I'm, running the competition. So sadly, Zetetic Warrior will not be included, but we could even include Dick, Freedom Grower, put them all in there. We'll let the people vote, true democracy in action, right? Why not? Because democracy, of course, works so great as a governing structure. So why not use it here? There's Austin. He's here. Melodome in the house. Austin, later on in the show, we're going to do a contest to decide who the sexiest man in the Trutherverse is. And Austin, you're in the running. You're going to be part of the competition. So the competition's pretty stiff. We have the likes of Flow State, Patrick from OTW News, and others. This is important. This really matters. Sexiest man in the Trutherverse, guys. Right, Austin. We're going to let the people decide. We're going to, Nachiketa's included. He's objectively handsome. Brian O'Shea. Think of the list, guys. Think of the list. Maybe I should get a pen and paper out and start keeping track. Awesome Austin votes for himself. Again, I like the confidence, Austin. I like that, man. Oh, of course, Christos. Christos, I'm sorry. How did I leave you out, dude? Christos may be at the all right, I'm doing it. I'm getting a list. Where's my pen? Here's what we're doing. Give me a second, guys. All right. So we have Christos. We have Austin. We have OTW. We have Dick Freedom Grower. Who am I missing out? Throw me some names. Right, Rob Cleveland's in. Rob, you're going to be on there. What's Christos asking? What are we voting on? So Christos, pay attention. This is important. This may be the most important thing we ever do on my show. We're going to find out this morning who the sexiest man is in the Trutherverse, right? So Christos, you're going to be in the running. Illumitami. I'm not going to include Paul or myself because that's too easy. We'll just win. Plus, I don't want to go against Paul because if Paul beats me as the sexiest man in the Trutherverse, I'll feel some kind of way about it. So we're going to leave me and Paul out of it to avoid any unnecessary smoke. We're going to put Benton in the conversation. We're going to put Chalk Body Outline. Who else? This is going to be legitimate. Like, I don't want to put EBT in here because that would just be a joke, right? Tristan Laverack wants me to put Martin in. Now we're going to leave Martin out. We're going to go for, like, a certain group, a certain community, Like, I don't want to be putting, like, Dave Weiss in and stuff like that, or, like Jaron or Whitsitt. We're going to go with, like, this tier. It's like the Farm League Trutherverse, not like the Big League Trutherverse. We're going to go with the AAA squad, Trutherverse. Come on, guys, give me names. So far, we have Christos, Awesome Austin, Dick, Freedom Grower, Rob Cleveland, Tommy, Benton, Chalk Body Outline. I'm going to put Tribune in here, Troubling Tribune. Who else? Anyway, if you guys think, let me know. Let me know. Just throw some names out. But we're getting started here, and we're going to figure it out. I want to know. We all want to know. I'm going to repeat it again. I want to talk to OTW this morning. So, Christos, get OTW over here. Oh, Austin wants Flatman X in it. Now, I'm not sure how much this Austin, I'm sure much of the audience knows of Flatman X, but I'm not sure how much my audience knows him. Let's put him in. We're going to put Flatman X in because he is objectively handsome. He's got the deep voice. All right, Flatman X is in. Nice one, Austin. We're going to go with that one. Looks like Heidi's voting for Christos. These are the things that matter here. Waking the world up to the globe lie, alternative history, resets, mud floods, rights and freedoms, total despotic, tyrannical domination of the entire humanity. These things are all secondary to the much more, some might say shallow conversation of who indeed is the sexiest man in the Trutherverse. Much love, Flatman X. You never know what we're going to talk about on the Z Show. Kick out the Gym Repairman's wants Scott 2B in the running. No. Heidi wants Hard Hat. As much as I love Hard Hat and Scott, I'm not sure they have the, quite the popularity or renown that we're looking for. We have to have certain people of some degree of Trutherverse fame, so to speak. So now we've started. Now, so the show's already gone in a certain direction. You know, do we bring it back onto the rails, or we just let it go off the rails? You know, it's good to be back, Fancy. Good to be back. Heidi's putting Chris Rasta in. Again, these are secondary players, you know. We need to have a certain level playing field. Anyway. Dean Kendall says, crater, crater, it's a crater. Austin, Melodome, Austin. What's your take on this crater Earth? It's called a movement. It's been going around. You familiar with it, Austin? I don't really see a difference between crater Earth and flat Earth. Really, to me, it's the same thing. God, you know, like the model that many of us go by. You know, the model, the Gleasons, the AE map, the Antarctic ring on the outside, et cetera, et cetera. Why not be a crater? I don't see a difference between crater Earth and flat Earth. Awesome, Austin, please help me. Right, Austin says, yeah, same to me too. I see no difference, Dean. All right, so Dean says me either. So we're all on the same page. Flat Earth is crater Earth. We don't have to have a difference. Is it just a new flavor? Okay, fine. And like Wobbly Boost says, he doesn't consider himself a flat earther, but he knows that we live in a level horizontal realm. But what's the difference? Wobbly, you are a flat earther. I get it. You don't want to be associated with hashtag flat earth. Flat earth has a registered trademark, et cetera, et cetera. I get that, bro. But why can't we just get around the banner of flat earth? Why do we all have to be our little special thing? Can we just say flat earth? It's like if you're gay, you know, you just embrace it. Okay, if you're gay, you're gay. And then you just say, I'm gay, you know? You don't have to be like, I'm a homosexual or I'm queer fucking. Okay, I'm gay. Can we just pick a word? Words are all convention anyway, guys. Why do we have to be these little word police with each other? Wobbly Boost, if you're listening, you're a flat earther, homie. Much love. Renegade One in the house. Welcome, everybody. But I like when people agree with me. Just always agree with me in the chat, and then this will be a great show. On that topic, I unblocked almost everybody I had blocked. Right, so previously, you know, over the course of my streaming on YouTube, yeah, I periodically block people. I unblocked everybody a couple of days ago. So everybody just come in, say what you want. You know, we still may block people, but you have a second. Everybody has a second chance. You know, nobody's irredeemable in the eyes of God or in the eyes of Zetetic Warrior. Nuba says, gay flirfs. Nice one. I'm liking that one. What's Niall saying this morning? Crater Earth. New story allows you to be at the top of the search algorithm. Nice one, Niall. Niall has that mind. Niall has that, like, you know, the mind of like a great detective or a problem solver. Niall seems to have a very reasonable, logical mindset. Much love, Niall. Jay Kraft says Joshua 19. I don't know what he's. We're going to leave that there. We all love Josh. Josh, if you're out there, let us know you're okay. We're all thinking about you. We're all thinking about you, buddy. Salty Siren in the house. Anybody who knows anything about StreamYard, who streams in here? Austin. Anybody else? On StreamYard, I don't always see the emojis. Like Salty Siren just gave a bunch of emojis, which a lot of people do. People communicate in emojis. I get it. But Austin, does that happen to you through Stream? I don't know if you use StreamYard, but I can't see people's emojis. It just comes up with these blocks. Then I have to look at YouTube to see what Salty Siren said. Oh, he said I use Restream. Got it. If anybody could figure that out and let me know, you know, why my StreamYard doesn't show certain emojis sometimes. Okay, he says, yeah, it never shows the emojis. It uses word. Okay, cool. Got it. That's weird. But some emojis it does show. Like I do see hearts and fires and stuff. I guess it's certain emojis really aren't compatible with StreamYard, right? Because it's new technology, right? All this is new technology. Hey guys, I don't think any of this technology is new. None of it. I don't think computer chips are made here. You know, wherever this technology is coming from, I don't think it's coming from us. Put it this way, guys. I don't think all these technological advancements are like a couple smart guys in a room working some equations out. Much more likely to me that this technology has existed. They're just rolling it out on us. I'm just not buying the whole thing. That's why I don't buy into the fear, the narrative. Oh, the AI is going to become sentient, like in Terminator, and T2, Terminator, and Terminator 2, and Skynet's going to take over. I'm just not buying that. Because to me, it's not new technology. I don't think we're in some brave new world of artificial intelligence. I just don't see it like that at all. What do I know? What do I know? Who else is rolling in? We're still getting rolling here. We're still getting into it. We can't just let it all out right now. We have to build slowly to some crescendo. Desiccant agrees. That's why I like you, Desiccant. You tend to agree with me on most topics. Dean Kendall says Tech and the Spiders from Mars. Nice reference, Dean. That's a David Bowie reference. Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Funny thing is, Dean, I watched a documentary on David Bowie yesterday. I'm fascinated by David Bowie. For many reasons. I'm fascinated by these great artists. These artists that were original. They break through. David Bowie's one of them. Something about these great artists that just. Calvin Mauve in the house. Good to see you, Calvin. I think Calvin comes at us from Thailand or Taiwan. Right, Calvin? One of those East Asian places. Fancy says Z. David Bowie knew all about the Anunnaki and all that. Yeah, no doubt, dude. I was looking at some of his films, his music videos and stuff, and filled with all these occult, mystery school references, et cetera, et cetera. What's Rob Cleveland asking me? Rob Cleveland says, Z, did you make that damn Cash App yet? No, it's coming, Rob. Thank you for reminding me. We're going to monetize this thing somehow, even if it's just a Cash App. People want to throw me a couple bucks here and there. If I can monetize the channel, maybe we'll do super chats. I read the super chats. I realize, thanks, Rob. I said this yesterday or the day before, is that, I could play the righteous truther angle, right? The righteous truther angle, super truther, where I say, oh, I don't accept money. I'm not doing this for fiat, et cetera, et cetera. But in reality, I've done that already. What I've realized is I've just built up a resentment towards myself, towards other content creators, and to the audience in general. So I started building up this subconscious resentment. Well, why am I doing this? Why am I going to come on here, put myself in danger, so to speak, be vulnerable, etc.? So I started building up some type of, emotional, psychological, and otherwise resentment towards the process even. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. So I throw Cash App up, whatever. You donate or you don't, people do, whatever. And then it just is what it is. I don't have to resent you guys, see? I don't have to resent other content creators. I don't have to look at all these other people and say, Why them, not me? I'm not doing that. Because I realize I don't need to placate anybody. The haters are going to hate no matter what. So it just gives you more fuel. Then we could use that as content and the whole nine. Right, Austin says people want to support the cause. Because I don't want to stop doing this. Because I want to go, I want to go deeper and deeper and further with this whole thing. I'm not going to stop here. It's not going to be Z in the dark every morning doing this. We'll keep the show, but I told you, I'm going to be out in the streets. I want to talk to people. I want to build. We build. I build my audience. Melodome, Austin builds his audience. All these other people. Paul has his thing. And then we collab at certain times. When the time is right, I jump on Austin's show. He jumps on here. We do our thing. We build, we move, we shake, we keep going. We get rid of this false scarcity mindset that we all tend to have. And we grow in a healthy, functional way. And then it's nice. We work in a nice, Austin says, yup. We make it nice and smooth. Doesn't have to be a whole thing. Anyway, who else is here? There's people rolling in. Who else is here? Cult member 143. What's up, dude? I forget your name before you change it to cult member. But I remember your icon. You always had good comments. Who else? Who else? Who else can I shout out? Everybody loves getting their name shouted out. Green Man. What's up, Green Man? Welcome. Who else do we have? Three Fingers in the house. For those of you just joining, we're going to do the sexiest man of the Truthiverse. We could do it annually, become like an annual thing, semi-annual, whatever. We figure out who the sexiest man is. So let's go over it for anybody new rolling in. So far, the contestants that are in the running for the sexiest man of the Truthiverse, the contestants are Christos, Awesome Austin of the Melodome, OTW, it's Patrick from OTW News, Freedom Grower Dick, Rob Cleveland, Illumitami, Benton, Chalk Body Outline, Troubling Tribune, Flatman X. Now, I'd like everybody in the chat to take the moment, if indeed you have another proposed contestant for the contest, please put it here now. I'm excluding myself and the unslaved one. We're out of the contest because we would just win, one of us, and I'd be jealous if Paul won. So we're excluding the unslaved one and myself. Glyph says, don't forget Lucky Haskins. Much love, Lucky. Where's Lucky been, everybody? Somebody tell Lucky to come over to my show. I think I scared off Lucky with my show, because we get a little experimental here. We're not afraid to dive deep into some controversial topics, We may do a little gender bending here. We're not afraid to let people express themselves in multiple ways. And I'm not sure Lucky really is, too inclined to indulge in that type of material. Feather Bear says Wizard. Much love, Wizard. Come on, guys, give me some good. Antoine Daniels, nah, he's not a Truthiverse. He's a Christian grifter. Antoine Daniels, much love, but you got that Christian grift going, so you're not a truther. All right, I'm not seeing any more contestants. Right, hard hitting. Much love, dude. Much love. Trish Bastone in the house. Trish, good to see you. Trish, so again, we're doing the sexiest man of the Truthiverse contest later. Trish, do you have anybody you'd like to nominate as sexiest man of the Truthiverse? Trish Bastone. Are you going to nominate your dad, Lou Bastone? Should we put him in here? He might be a little old, so Lou, you're aged out. We can't include you. Who do you recommend, Trish? Give me a candidate to put in here. It can't be me or Paulie, so. Right, Hunslave says her pops. No, Lou Bass, you're not included. It's Sexiest Man in Truth and Verse. Oh, I forgot Flow State. I didn't put him down. How did I forget? I think Flow State might win. I think, given my audience, some of the feedback I've been seeing, I think Flow State. Oh, God. Ian. Ian's in. We have to include Ian from We Are Awake TV. There's no doubt. No, not Chiquita's in. Did I not include him? Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for reminding me. It's not Chiquita. Not Chiquetta. Not Kita. It's not Chiquetta. Right, but I forgot to write him down, Heidi. So we're getting there. We're building up the right list. Sexiest Man of the Truthiverse, everybody. Right on. You know, we want to get Trish. Okay, Trish Bastone, the lovely daughter, the eldest daughter of one Lou Bastone, is nominating Jack Talcott. So, Jack, you are officially in the running for the Z Show's Sexiest Man of the Truthiverse. Now says Horde. I love Horde, but he's not quite, he's not quite as well known as some of these other candidates, although he should be. Much love, Horde. Yeah, Rob's in it. Rob's definitely in the contest. Rob Cleveland. There's no doubt. Yeah, Salty Siren nominates Rob. He's already in Salty. Rob may be at the top of the list at this point. Oh, London Man. We got to include London Man. Although London Man doesn't show himself very often, I think many of us know London Man, what he looks like. Thank you, Vancy. Brian O'Shea. I said him, but I didn't write him down. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Salty Siren says Brian O'Shame. Not sure the reference, but we love you, Brian. We love you. We enjoy, and we will enjoy watching Brian O'Shea find himself, not only in life, but also here on the metaverse. Brian O'Shea recently coming out as bisexual. Much love, Brian. Lumitami says London Man is his biggest fan. I'm not sure if anybody's a Lumitami fan. I'll take it back. Lumitami, you seem to have a pretty big fan base. I can't imagine how. I'm going to say big, I mean fair. Actually, probably small, really. But it's all, everything's relative, dude. It's a matter of perspective, Tommy. It's a matter of perspective. Just like everything. Piano, or Rob's putting Yurt in here. The Yurt fellow. Yurt from In a Thought Experiment. You're in. Not Tribe. Sorry, much love, Tribe. If Tribe won, I don't know if I could live with myself. So we can't even allow for any possibility of Tribe being, in any way being associated with sexy. All right, where are we going with this, guys? Aren't we supposed to be breaking down the walls of consciousness and sticking it to the system? Aren't we supposed to be here just kind of raging against the machine? And here I am talking about, male beauty and sexiness. And in some ways that may make many of you uncomfortable. If it does, you're probably right. You're also probably, dealing with some internal issues that you're probably not aware of in terms of your sexuality, your gender, and otherwise. Much love, Vivinus420. Greetings to you. Greetings from you. From Denmark, I believe. I have to make a confession about myself and my knowledge on geography because I'm working on it. See, when I think of like Europe, Eastern Europe, Europe in general, and how it relates, like, going into Asia. It's hard for me to visualize where all the countries are. I want to know more. So when I think of like Germany, the Netherlands, Denmark, you know, and or Poland fits in there, and then you go up like more north, and you got like, you know, Norway, Sweden, stuff like that. It's, you know, it gets all mixed up in my head, and I want to be more culturally sensitive to all you people. You know, I mean, I know eventually it's just going to be the European Union. It'll just be the EU. They'll just get rid of all your fucking borders, get rid of all your traditions, get rid of all that, all your languages, just make it one homogenized, you know, just fucking bullshit society. Yeah, but I get confused with your countries, but I want to get that down, you know. You know, Netherlands, Denmark, it's all fucking, you know. Like Voy was trying to explain to me how German's really Dutch. The language is Deutsch, you know. Because I said I said the language is German. He said it's fucking Dutch. You know, so I got to figure this stuff out. But I want to know more about geography. I have a fair grasp of, let's say, world geography, but I want to know more. I want to get beyond my American bias. You know, I don't feel good about myself that every time Wobbly Boost from Australia comes on my stream, all I could do is just think of Mick Dundee, Crocodile Dundee, and every other westernized, commercialized trope of Australia that I've been presented with throughout my life. I want to go beyond that. You know, I don't just want to just label Wobbly Boost as Mick Dundee, as he's living in the outback, hunting crocodiles. That's not nice. It's not really, it's not even humane. Like when I see Dean here, like Dean Kendall, I know he's from New Zealand. So right away, I just think of Kiwi Dean. You know, Kiwi is a bird, apparently, of New Zealand. It's like the national bird. So then what I do, there's Dean. So I just stereotype Dean. So I just think of my conception of what a New Zealander would be. It's like a cartoon in my head. And then just Dean just becomes a dehumanized cartoon. That's not fair to Dean. You know, Dean's a flesh and blood man, no different than me. I'm not better because I'm American, although subconsciously I likely think I'm better, you know? So I got to get out of that stuff. I need to break through that, you know, that bullshit. Like when I see Vividness 420 and I know she's from Denmark, again, she just becomes a trope in my head. I just picture her in like lederhosen and a dress, you know, like some kind of handmade Dutch kind of presentation, you know, and she's just out in a field singing, you know, The Hills Are Alive. I don't want to do that to people. It's not right. It's not right. I just put everybody in a trope. It's not cool. Oh, Lou Bass is here. Lou Bass says it's because I'm on the spectrum. What spectrum is that, Lou? Can you elaborate on which spectrum? Lou, your daughter Trish is here. If I had to vote between Trish or you, I think we know where that would go. Don't tempt me, Lou. I'll put it to the audience to see who they want me to ban. Lou Bass or Trish Bastone. Lou Bass or Trish Bass. We know who's going to win and who's going to lose that contest, Lou. So much love, Lou. Much love. Lou Bass always bringing the information. Lou Bass taught me the value of swine grease that Lou apparently makes on his own. He always has a big jar of pig grease that he apparently literally uses in every meal that he prepares. Send me some of that swine grease, Lou. We can go in the business. I'll promote it here. You produce the swine grease. I sell the swine grease. We split everything right down the middle. You know, you take the costs off the top. We're going to go in the swine grease business, man. Fuck Crisco. You know, fuck butter. Swine grease is the way to go. Who's talking to me in the chat here? What do we have? Salty Siren cooks with bacon grease. There we go. Heidi knows Lou will lose. Lou, when it becomes between you and Trish, you're going to lose, dude. People like Trish a lot more than you, Lou. It's weird how that happens, because one of you presents as genuine, authentic, it's sincere, vulnerable. That would be Trish, your daughter, your eldest daughter. And then there's you, Lou. Egoic, persona-like, haughty, arrogant. You see the difference, Lou? Narcissistic, somewhat unintelligent. Anyway, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Much love, though. Much love. Who else do we have? Okay, Vividness is helping me out with my geography. She says that Denmark is in between Germany and Norway. Okay. Gotcha. And she said other stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, I need to work on my geography. It doesn't come off great. It makes me look very ignorant, even more so than I likely am. Illumitami, what are you doing up? Here's the question: is Illumitami just up early or still awake? Do you even know, Tommy? See, I imagine for you, Tommy, just day and night, just sleep and wake just becomes blurred into one, uniform, nightmare that your consciousness must resemble, just like a living nightmare, where you don't really know if you're awake, you don't really know if you're asleep, you don't really know if you're being authentic or insincere, you don't really know if you're being honest or lying. You're just existing in this meta world of Illumitami. Nothing really makes sense. Nothing is real. Help us out, Tommy. Or am I just painting you in some kind of, some false light? Nachiketa in the house. Nachiketa, I'm glad you're here, Nachiketa. You're actually going to be taking part in a contest that we're having this morning, Nachiketa. So stand by. You might want to stick around, see how you fare. Much love. Nachiketa, the new and rising star of the Truthiverse. I saw that Nachiketa was modded up on David Weiss's interview channel. I said, "Oh, Nachiketa, making his way around the flat world." Here we go. Salty says Notch is a very handsome man. Well, Salty, please stick around because we're going to be voting on the sexiest man of the Truthiverse. So, Salty Siren, indeed, you'll have a chance to cast your vote. Yeah, Nachiketa, you're in the running, dude. You're in the running for Truthiverse's sexiest man. So is Illumitami, Notch. So we'll see how that goes. We're an hour and 4 minutes into the broadcast. I could do it like the old AM radios. It's 7-Eleven here on the East Coast, coming at you. Right on. Everybody rolling on in. Let's put Voynich in. Voynich's in the game. Voynich has his fans. I know there's some ladies that are into Voy. We'll put him in. Voy, you're in the running. You psycho. Much love, Voy. Get help, Voy. Voynich, get help. You're deeply disturbed. It's hard to watch, Voy. It's tough to watch it, spiral. Christos, where's OTW? Why is he not here yet? You see, Christos, OTW wants to do a morning show, but yet it's 7:15. He's not awake. This is what Patrick, if you're listening, this is what I want to talk to you about, Patrick. You see, because Patrick wants to come on my show and he wants to promote his show, but he's going to stream over top of me. It doesn't make sense, Patrick. We don't have to do that. I go from 6 to 9. All right, okay, while I took a break, I took a hiatus, whatever. But I'm not going to stay. I'm going to keep doing this. So you could just stream over me, or I could promote you. My show goes into your show goes into Paul's show. O'Shea can get in, whatever, dude. But the point is, if you're going to stream over top of me, Patrick, you're not going to let you come on and promote your show. I'm just going to basically ice your show out and not talk about it. And you'll probably do the same to me. And then it'll just be this weird thing that's going to go on. Or you just go on at 9. You're doing like 5-6 hour shows, dude. You're not waking up consistently in the morning. Freedom Grower is 2 hours behind us, and I know he's basically your co-host, and I love Freedom Grower. Okay, Patrick. We could do it one way or we could do it the other way. It doesn't make me hate you. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like why you would come on at 8 or 8:30 when you could just come on at 9. And it doesn't have to be this whole thing. Christos, am I off here? All right, I'm going to put the invite in the chat. I presented some topics and stuff. Somebody come up here and talk to me about whatever. Christos, come talk to me about the OTW show and what I just expressed. Right? Come on up, Christos. And anybody else. Yeah. Let's all come to some degree of sanity here. Because you don't see me going on OTW show to promote my show. Last time I was on OTW shows because he invited me on. Out of nowhere, he put my name in the title, so I showed up. But you don't see me going on there doing that. I want you here, Patrick. Like, I want you here. You can come promote your show, but if you're going to stream over me, that's not going to happen. It's fine. You can do what you want, but I'm not going to do that. I would lose all respect from my listeners, dude. People commented on me yesterday. They said, stop letting Patrick on. So am I going to listen to them? I'm going to listen. What am I going to do, dude? Help me, help you. We can help each other. It doesn't have to be this whole thing. Greenman says a lot of drama here. Greenman, if you think this is drama, you haven't been watching. Stay tuned. Let's welcome our first guest. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Rob Cleveland. Welcome back.
What's happening? How you doing?
What's up, big dog? So help me out with this conversation with Patrick and OTW. I'm only bringing it up because I've been streaming 2 days since I've been back, and he's come on my show both times, literally like 5 minutes before he's going on, just literally to promote his show. It's kind of bad form, Patrick. It doesn't look good. I don't want to really, I don't want to smack you too hard, Patrick, but Rob, come on, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm not sure how OTW feels about like viewership or whatever, but I'm sure it means something to him. So I don't see why he would want to stream while you're going on, because as that happened yesterday, he was streaming to about 4 viewers, and I think all of them were on the panel. So I don't really get it.
Well, it's a fair point, Rob, but one could make an argument that he could overtake my viewership or other, right? It doesn't, because the viewership now doesn't necessarily mean the viewership 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. So I see your argument, but anybody could make an argument on the other side and say, well, Patrick can build his viewership, or he, separate from mine, or whatever, and we would swing the argument in the opposite direction. I don't think that would happen, but he could make the argument. Christos, weigh in on the
Yeah, no, I think
topic.
I think yeah, no, I think you're right, and I think it's worth working out to some degree, like you're saying, because there's a crossover with the audiences. That's undeniable.
Did you just walk
People
away
I'm
from the
seeing
microphone?
on his streams, people I'm seeing on his streams, I'm also seeing over here. So there's a crossover in the audience. Like that's worthwhile to note. So yeah,
Right.
I don't think you.
Yeah,
I think
that's
you're
what.
being completely reasonable.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the point that I was making. is the
You know, in
crossover.
reality, guys, Christos and Rob, I wouldn't be talking, but he's come to my show 2 mornings in a row to promote his show over top of mine. So of course we have to have this conversation. Lou is saying this is mental masturbation, but as he's watching us mentally masturbate. Much love, Lou, if you think that. But yeah, Christos. Anyway, I just wanted to put it out there because it just doesn't make sense to me that he would not be in some way amenable to a reasonable solution. I don't get it, you know. And like I said, the other thing is Dick seems to be his co-host. You know, I love Dick, but Dick's 2 hours. But is Dick going to really wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to broadcast on top? Like, it's not going to happen, dude, right? So it's not, like, realistic.
All right, here I'm doing multiple things. I wasn't sure if I was unmuted. Yeah, I get like if he wants to just run his show when he runs it, but like there has to be some degree of give and take, and acknowledgement of the other channels and content creators out here, because there's going to be some type of overlap. I mean, there's so many overlaps between different communities that, like, I mean, a couple of days ago, there's a lot of people live a couple of days ago, and you know, some of it kind of overlapped, but it wasn't like completely going at the same time for the most part. Like Benton has consideration like for when Paul goes live, and like I think there's a certain honor to that. But you know, if OTW or whoever else wants to just stream when they stream, that's cool too. But
right,
you definitely like a lot of weight. Like you get a lot of people over here. Z, you know, he needs to acknowledge that to some degree, because it's going to have an effect on him. So yeah, it's best to just, you know, kind of have something out as content creators.
Yeah, man. And then it's up to him, dude. You know, we can go from there. Because in reality, look, there's only so much time in a 24-hour period, and there's so many creators that there's going to be obvious bleed over competition. But if we look rationally, you know, there's certain relationships that people obviously have. There's like a core audience that seems to be involved in whatever the community is. So, Patrick, you need to decide what you're going to do. But it's fine either way, Patrick. But like I said, you're the one coming over here promoting your show, which is fine. I'd love to have that dynamic here, but you're going to have to really make some decisions of how we're going to do. Yeah, Melodome, Awesome Austin is recommended like a truther TV guide. It is what it is, guys. We're all going to stream on top of each other. Just it's what it. There's certain prime hours. There's prime. Everybody's. It's going to happen, but we just need to be a little conscious of it. Let's bring up Illumitami. Illumitami, literally, don't do anything crazy, or else I'm never going to fucking bring you up again.
I do not do crazy things. I see you with my third eye.
What's up, Tom?
This is why all who have blocked me are now seen. Test me. Who has blocked me in the chat? Make a chat, Salty. Salty Siren, make a chat. I shall foresee it with mine third eye.
Much love, Tommy.
Much love to you, Z.
Give me something I could work with so I could let you go.
The siren must make a chat so I can prove the site.
Much love, Tommy. See, he comes on and he just starts to make these, like, you know, inside references that like 5 people understand. It's not. I love you, Tommy, but you gotta work on it. You gotta be tighter. I'm not going to let you come up here, Tommy, and just sit here, and we're not going to spurg out on like the Tommy world. There's a place for you, Tommy, but you got to learn your role. You come in, Tommy, I'm going to give you some advice. You come in, you hit us with something, the crowd gets some chuckles, they laugh, and then you go do your thing. And it doesn't have to be this thing. I'm not diving into Tommy's world. It's too much for me. I'll fucking go insane. It's not happening. Not at all. So, Rob, there's 58 people here. We're hour and 15 minutes in. I think that's enough to get started. Let's get started with the contest, the sexiest man in the Truthiverse contest. What do you think, Rob? Should we go for it?
I'm up for whatever you're doing, man. It's your broadcast. I'm just along for the ride.
Well, you're in it. Illumitommy's in it too. All right, I'm gonna let Tommy up because he's in it. Okay, so I'm gonna invite anybody who's currently in the contest to come up right now. All right, so I'm gonna invite Flow State, Awesome Austin, OTW News, Freedom Grower, Illumitommy, who's here, Benton, Chalkbody Outline, Troubling Tribune, Flatman X, Ian, and Nachaketa to come up here. I know half
Ian's
you guys
not
aren't
going to be back
going
for
to
a
be here, but
long time.
right. But whoever who's here who wants to come up, Melodome, if your camera ready, I don't know. If you want to come up, you're included. I'll give everybody a chance to come in. Yeah, Heidi nominated Lou, but
The other day, he told me he wants to shoot me and my baby in the face.
all right. So
Meat
this is
Sir. So
we know the reference, Tommy. Don't make me cut you, dude.
I'm
You're
just
up- you're on-
showing someone who blocked me. I have the sight.
Tommy, you're on thin ice. Okay, you're skating on thin ice, which I'd imagine is something you're used to. All right.
You want to know how I got on thin ice?
Let me drop the link back in. Nachaketa, come up here. You're in a contest, Nachaketa. You got to come up. You're new to the game, so the crowd needs to see you as they vote. Hang in, everybody. We're going to start the contest soon. We're going to get this thing going. Come on, Nachaketa, get up here. It's a tournament. Exactly. Thank you, Squirrels. It's a tournament. That's what it is. I'm going to bracket this out. We're going to make this a tournament. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's going to be 16 people in the tournament, which is good, which means I need to eliminate some people. All right.
Sweet 16, March Madness.
We're getting rid of Voy. And we're going to get rid of Cuck Body Outline, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. All right, I'm doing this on the fly, guys. You know, I know the production value is wanting at this point, but let's give me a break here.
Natch. I'm used to it at this point. Golly.
Tommy, as I'm doing this, regale the crowd with some, some stories, some anecdotes. Regale the crowd with some Illumitommy anecdotes as I get this bracket together. Give us
Why
something,
would I
Tommy.
tell a girl and her baby I'd shoot him in the face? I'm always smiling.
For those of you just listening, Illumitommy is using some graphic art to just in some way present in some entertaining way. I'm not sure how well it's going over, but we'll let the audience decide.
I've got to try and keep panel time. I can't be risque.
Come on, Nachaketa. Come on up here. Don't be Nachaketa. Nachaketa, don't be shy. Get on up here, Nachaketa.
I went
Come
and
on up.
watched the preview for Spurg News again, actually, as I was waking up this morning. And I don't know anything for real about the Thorpes, and how they play into this whole like theatrics of this shit. But I trust
They're
since
not really
Illumitommy
in
brings
these
them up, there's
blocks of the
something
street.
interesting there. So I really enjoyed where he, you're kind of acting crazy, and there was something to your head, and you're like, nah, and Grace had a bloody nose, and she was yelling, and I don't know what the fuck that's from and what she was yelling about, but it was just a funny ass, little not segment but slide. These little like news segments you're doing, and these slides with the filters, Element, OZ, and Z just not saying anything, and that, man, it's good stuff. I'm gonna vouch for Tommy here. Like he's gonna surprise people. I don't think people are
It's
ready.
called production.
They ain't ready for it.
Well, people love production value. Not Chiquita. Okay, not Chiquita's coming up. We're gonna go. Come on, not Chiquita. I'll drop it again. He said he's coming up. Come on, awesome Austin. Are you camera ready? Austin? Yes or no? Are you still listening? Much love. London Man, get up here. You're in the contest. London Man. London
It'd be
Man.
nice, Tommy, if you could post those videos sometime soon.
I've got an updated intro. I've got a couple commercials done.
Am I really going to let Tommy promote his content here? Is that where we're going? I mean, you are up here, Tommy, so I guess it is a give and take. Come on, London Man, you're in a contest. I'll give everybody 1 more minute to come up. 1 more minute. Come on, Nachiketa, get up here. Brush your teeth.
Went in.
Get the,
Oh,
do your thing, Nachiketa. Get whatever you need to do to be camera ready, because this is a contest on looks. Again, for anybody coming in, we're about to engage in the Sweet 16 tournament here in the Z Show that we're calling the Sexiest Man in the Truthiverse. What we're going to do is we're going to go, we have this thing bracketed, and the audience is going to vote. We're going to put these wonderfully attractive men up against each other, and we're going to vote, and we're going to narrow it down, and we're really going to find who's the sexiest. And again, the Enslaved One and myself are excluded from the contest. All right, Nachiketa's here. London Man, you coming up? Yes or no? Right, Stephen Crumley calls it.
Chiqueta?
Stephen Crumley calls it
Nacho
the superficial Sweet 16. So, all right, we're gonna get started, London Man. Terry Davies says, "Why no women?" I agree. We're being gender exclusive here, but it's the sexiest man of the universe, Truthiverse. Freedom Grower, you're in this, Freedom Grower. I'm dropping a link in. So you too, London Man.
It's a freedom grower, not a freedom shower.
So Freedom Grower, you're in the contest if you want to come up.
Nachiketa went in yesterday on Voy. That was amazing. Voy had to tap out. He just go on mute, act like you walked away and did something, or maybe you are walking away. You just shut the laptop screen, and you could tell he had nothing to say. He was speechless. So you really had him. So thanks for doing that. That was good to see. We needed a champion to take down that tyrant.
Don't worry about it. Hold on. Sorry, Chris.
Neanderthals.
I saw that too. I saw Nachiketa versus Voy too. Freedom. Don't worry about it, Freedom, because I'm going to get started. So by the time you come up, it'll probably be over. So just keep your head down on the pillow. You see, Christos and Rob, this is why I'm arguing that Patrick should go on at 9 o'clock. It's because Freedom Grower is just waking up. In his world, it's 5:30. So if OTW wants to do a morning show, obviously Freedom Grower is a huge part of the show. Freedom Grower, I'm proposing that Patrick go on at 9. He doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, but I'm not going to let him come on each morning to promote his show if he's going to stream over top of me. Anyway, he could do what he wants. I'm just putting it out there. Because I like the dynamic between the OTW, the Z thing, and obviously Paul. OTW is going to say, well, it's his time slot. He started before me. Everybody knows this is my time slot in this community. Get over it, Patrick. So that's what I'm proposing, Freedom. Anyway, let's forget all that. Again, we need production value on this thing. We're lacking production value. We're sorely lacking it. Now, Chiquita, why is there 2 of you? Hold on.
Over here, it's really
out.
weird.
One's our Chiquita and one's Nacho Chiquita.
All right, we're gonna let this one go.
Get rid of the one that is spinning.
Right. Talk to him, Dick. Just talk some sense into him. We can make this a night. He doesn't want to get up this early. I love getting up this early. You're 2 hours behind, Dick. None of it makes sense. Talk some sense into him. Patrick's a little slow in the uptake sometimes. He admits it. He understands. All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
So I'm not
come
sure
one,
if
come all.
if it's gonna work.
I could hear you, Nichikita. You're 5x5, dude. We just need to see you, not Chiquita. We don't really need to hear you at this part. Later we'll talk to you, but all right, there's 67 people here. That's enough to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual Sexiest Man of the Truthiverse tournament with your host, Atetic Warrior. Let's start with our first matchup. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to say two names. First name, second name. To vote for who you think is the sexier man, you just put the 1 or a 2 in the chat. It's very simple. All right? It's just a 1 or a 2. And we're going to go like that. First round on the tournament, we have, right off the bat, Flow State versus Christos. Now, this is a good one to start with because I could see this one going either way. Now, don't vote. Don't vote until I say it's time. Cage, I didn't include you in this contest. Sorry, but you don't show yourself enough. All right. Don't vote until I say cast your votes. Then vote. See, you're already unslaved cult member already put a number in. So I can't count that. See? So you could vote again, but don't vote until I say cast your votes. Then I could look and see. Don't vote more than once. Be honorable. Now, this first match I said is Flow State versus Christos. This is a tight one. But if Z had to vote, well, I can't. I'd vote for Christos here, but I don't want to influence the crowd. Ready? Anybody can vote. Male, female, transgendered, hermaphrodite, and otherwise. All on the gender spectrum, your vote is welcome. All right, so cast your vote. Number 1 for Flow State. Number 2 for Christos. 1 for Flow State, 2 for Christos. Cast your vote now.
Can you change the layout and make our heads a little bit bigger so they can get a better view of us?
Let me see if I could do that.
I'm being a little narcissistic when I say that because I really want to look at myself more.
There you go. I just did it. You just did something. All right. I see a bunch of 2s coming in, which is Christos. Come on, guys. Cast your vote. Don't be shy. Come on, the women. Come on, Heidi, Salty Siren. This is for you. Why don't I see your fucking votes? See a bunch of 2s. Come on. Let the votes come in. Aaron says 2. So far, it's unanimous for Christos in this first one. Come on, guys. There's 68 people watching. I should see more votes. Freedom Grower going for Christos. It says something. I wonder if I have the chat on like slow or something. I don't know. Come on, Heidi. Why don't I see your vote? Alex Tilburg. Salty Siren says I missed it. What's the question? Salty, I just went through the whole thing. All right, Salty. So I'm going to give 2 names, and then you vote on them. Who's sexier? And then it's a tournament, and we go down. So this first one was who's sexier? 1 for Flow State, 2 for Christos. It's not a hard game. It's pretty easy, actually. All right.
The Widow Kid.
I don't see any flow. I don't see any votes for Flow State. I'm actually a little surprised by this one, Christos. Do you have any commentary on this? You seem to be unanimously beating Flow State. It's strange.
Yeah, no. Thanks, guys. I don't know.
Interestingly enough, come on, Trish. You're commenting, but you're not voting. Come on, let's see it. I'm going to count that for a vote.
Sorry. I like your tapestry,
Ooh.
Kita.
There's some 1s coming in. Salty Siren voted for Flow State. So did Vivinus 420. Whoa. Salty Siren coming
Someone
strong.
needs to break the pattern.
Spiritual Gather Good just came in a 1 for Flow State. Flow State was getting blown out, but now he's making a move. Salty Siren says Christos is too young. You don't really believe that, Salty. You don't really believe that. I think, Salty, if Christos showed up at your door with a bottle of wine and a bouquet of flowers, I think you'd invite him right into that house of yours. Spiritual Gather Good. How
Like
could you
40.
put a 1
I was
and a
25
2? 1
too.
and a 2. Spiritual Gather Good puts 1 and a 2. That doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? All right. Christos won that one. Christos moves on to the second round. Next matchup. Austin, awesome Austin. I don't know if you're still here, but you're up. Who's sexier? 1, Awesome Austin from Melodome, or 2, Patrick from OTW? Cast your vote now, please. Austin, you could vote for yourself. I need to see it, though. 1 for Awesome Austin of Melodome, 2 for Patrick of OTW News. Who's the sexier man? Cast your vote right now. A lot of ones coming in. Yep. Austin voted for himself. Good for you. Patrick gets a vote. A lot of ones. Nachiketa voted for you, Austin. Says a lot. It's overwhelming. We can close the polls on this one. Sorry, Patrick, but Awesome Austin of Melodome was just voted sexier than you, Patrick, and he has moved on to the next round in this illustrious tournament. Thank you, everybody, for participating. I appreciate this. You're making this possible, audience. This wouldn't be possible without you. So, well, awesome. Austin, you say you're going to vote for Notch, but you haven't even heard his competitor yet. So, anyway, there might be some intrinsic bias there from you, Austin, but we'll let it slide. I agree Notch is objectively attractive. We lost Notch, but many of us know what he looks like. He's making his way through the truth verse. And if you don't know Notch, you're missing out. Next matchup, everybody. Dick Freedom Grower versus Rob Cleveland. Press 1 for Dick Freedom Grower. Press 2 for Rob Cleveland. Who is the sexier man? 1 for Freedom Grower Dick, 2 for Rob Cleveland. Cast your votes now.
Yo, Oluma Tommy is killing me right now, bro. What the
I think I get this
got that
fucking
baby
thing to match
filter
up.
on.
My room's not lit up enough.
I've
Yo,
seen a
what
lot
is
of
this
2s come
file?
in. Freedom
Yeah,
Grower voted for himself. Hold on. We all know Tommy's insane.
I'm just a little kid. Doesn't
I
look
see a
right
bunch
on
of
this.
2s. Freedom Grower, good for you voting for yourself. Niall voted for Freedom Grower. All right. I see a little some. Come on, guys, put your votes in. We're not going to take forever with this whole thing. Just hit a 1 or a 2, guys. It's not hard. There's 74 people watching. You're not gay if you vote. You understand? For people out there, whoever's listening, you're not gay if you vote for one of these guys. Maybe you don't want to see it. You don't be made fun of or whatever. Yeah, see, Austin thinks the Dreads are putting Cleveland over Dick. I'm not sure. Dean votes for Dick. All right, so this race was tighter than some of the other ones. Aaron, you can't put 1.5. That's too wishy-washy. Vivian is 420 voting for Rob. Rob, and Awesome Austin coming in for Rob with the Dreads and Christos. What'd Trish say? Trish doesn't want to vote. She said Trish votes for Rob. That race was a bit tighter than the OTW race, but Rob takes it. It's all right, Dick. Don't worry. You're still objectively attractive, but just not as attractive as our friend Rob Cleveland. I don't think that's too controversial to say. So, Rob, you move on to the next round. Congratulations. Rob, how do you feel? You just had convincing victory over our friend Freedom Grower, and you're considered objectively more attractive than Dick. How do you feel?
Well, it feels pretty good. I'm not too surprised. What I am pretty surprised by is how close it was.
Yeah,
Wow.
honestly.
Rob talking some shit. Sorry, Rob. Be confident, man. You wear it well.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I mean, I guess we all just got different preferences.
Yeah.
He's a young, dreadlocked guy out in Las Vegas. I mean, are you kidding me?
That's right. Rob, but you could probably monetize that whole thing, dude. You're in Vegas. You got the look. You got the feel. You got the swag.
These pearly whites and dark skin.
Man. Yeah, man. Next matchup, everybody. Drum roll, if you please. Please vote on who is sexier. 1 for Tommy, Illuma Tommy. 2 for Benton, our friend Benton. Cast your votes. Who's sexier? 1 for Tommy.
I'm not sexy. I'm a little kid.
2 for Benton.
You're a pedo.
Cast now. Rob Cleveland coming in with Benton. He's casting the first vote for Benton. I see some ones coming in. Terry Davis voted for our friend Tommy. So did Freedom Grower.
Yeah, they're pedo faggots.
2 for Benton.
I'm just a little kid. You're fucking.
All right, he popped the F word. He's gone. Let's keep going. You should lose just for popping the F word, Tommy. You're not helping yourself with the crowd. I see some 2s coming in. I might have to count this one, Rob. We might have to go to the, like in the elections when it's too close to call. I think we're too close to call here. I think we need to bring out Wolf Blitzer and our other analysts, our other political analysts, to decide who's going to win. I see a bunch of 2s coming in. Salty Siren says if Travis Barker was on meth, that equals Tommy. I can't disagree with that. Somebody says a non-gay 2. I don't know, Rob. My eyes tell me that Benton took this one. What do you think, Rob? This one went to Benton.
That's what my eyes are seeing too.
Tommy, I was going to get rid of you anyway because I knew you were going to lose. But, of course, in typical Tommy fashion, you made it impossible for me to have any type of human interaction with you. So Benton moves on to the next round. Benton with the shaved head. Clean-shaven Benton. Working man. He's a working man's hero. Yeah, Benton won, Salty. Salty, you could help me, too, count, Some of these are pretty close, but I think it's fair to say Benton won that one. Next matchup, everybody. This is a good one. Ooh, you're going to like this one, Austin. Awesome, Austin. And Austin, you have to vote on this one. You can't abstain. Who's the sexier man? 1 for Troubling Tribune, 2 for Flatman X. Cast your votes now. 1 for Troubling Tribune, 2 for Flatman X. Who is the sexier man? I see a 2 coming out for Flatman. Both men are attractive in their own respective ways. I see a bunch of 2s coming in. This could be an early landslide. I think I wasn't giving Flatman X the credit he was due because our singer coming in with Flatman X, Alex Tilburg from France, and Alex is French. If anybody knows gay French beauty, it's Alex Tilburg. Not because he's necessarily gay, but because he's French, which implies at least some degree of homosexual tendency. Wouldn't you agree, Christos?
Well, Z, let me just say this real quick because you brought up, as you would call him, Uncle Rick, as he's known in Unslavia. I have a really funny clip of him from over at Paul's a couple months ago. I've been meaning to post it. I'm going to post it today. But basically, if anyone remembers, I don't know if it was you or Paul or whoever was talking about something. He started nodding his head. And he was going like this, like literally up and down, just super exaggerated. And Paul was like, Sir, please. Hella
Funny enough,
funny.
I remember that, Christos. I remember that. All right, so this is a landslide. This might have been Tribune. If you're listening, no offense, you had a really tough first round opponent in Flatman X. Flatman X may win this whole thing, Tribune, so don't really feel bad about it. But you, Tribune, you just got blown out by Flatman X. You just got, I think it was a shutout. I don't think you got one vote. Not even like a sympathy vote. But much love. Flatman X moves on to the next round. FMX. Much love. Check out Flatman X. Sorry, Tribune. That was a tough one. Oh, this is a great Christos. I'm really liking this next matchup. Next matchup. Who's sexier? 1 for Ian of We Are Awake TV. Everybody knows Ian. 2 for our good new friend Nachiketa. Who's sexier? 1 for Ian, 2 for Nachiketa. Cast your votes. Don't be shy.
Can we just go on to the next round? Because I feel like I know where this is going to go.
You never
Winner
know,
by
man.
default.
You never know. The 2s are coming in. It's all 2s so far. Heidi says Nachiketa. Austin says Nachiketa.
Yeah, I mean, Nachiketa's better looking than me. Shit.
Yo, Rob, Nachiketa rubbing it in, spiking the ball in the end zone, saying, "Who is Ian?" Nachiketa, man, come on, win with some grace, Nachiketa. Win with grace. Emmanuel just says Ian is gross. I don't think Ian's gross. Ian, if you're listening and you hear this before you make another Zetetic Warrior Exposed video, I don't think it's so cut and dry. I think Ian and Nachiketa were equally attractive. But I would probably still vote for Nachiketa. I don't see any votes for you, Ian. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What, you got cataracts or something?
I'm so sorry, but as Rob called it, it's Nachiketa in a landslide. Moving on. Who's sexier? Everybody. 1 for Jack Talcott, 2 for our friend London Man, a.k.a. London McLovin. Cast your votes. 1 for Mr. Talcott, 2 for London Man. Come on. Just vote.
Who
Don't be shy.
nominated Talcott?
There's almost 80 people here. Just fucking vote. Don't be stupid. I nominated. Trish Bastone nominated Talcott. So thank Trish Jackson here. All right. I see the 2s coming in for London Man. There's another one for London Man. Aaron voted for Talcott. Interestingly enough, Talcott, you got to vote. Another 2. Trish says you're welcome. Roy Duggan says no brainer 2. All right. We're going to call this one. You know, we've checked the polling, the polling, the exit polling, right? And we know right away it's London Man. London Man, you've moved on to the next round. You've defeated Mr. Talcott. The last match of the first round, moving right along. I think this is going to be a close one. I'm going to call a close race on this one, but who knows? I've been wrong already. Rob Cleveland, get ready to vote. Who's the sexier man? 1 for Mr. Brian O'Shea, 2 for our friend Yurt Fellow of the channel In a Thought Experiment. Cast your votes.
Are we
now.
doing Yurt before or after the beard, or after he shaved?
Either way.
Okay.
Either way. 1 for O'Shea, 2 for Yurt Fellow. Come on, cast your vote. Don't be shy. You're not gay if you vote. Come on. I see 2 1s. I see a 2. Our singer coming in with a 1.
Yeah, my vote comes with
2,
caveat.
1.
It's Yurt before he shaved.
2 1. Pre-shave. Trisha's pre-stay. I'm only going to count numbers. Oh, but she did put 2. This is a close one. Audience, you're going to have to help me. I see a bunch of 2s and a bunch of 1s. Come on, keep them coming. Our singer just puts Yurt equals barf sign.
Yeah, we know how you feel about Yurt, Uncle Rick. We know.
Rob, how's this one going? I knew this was going to be a close one. So far, we're too close to call between O'Shea and Yurt. Now Chiquitas thinks 2 wins.
Yeah, I'm seeing more 2s than 1s.
So am I.
And there's Layla putting in a 3 for I don't know why. But
All right, it's your last chance. If you feel strongly either way, so far Yurt's got it by a nose. If you're really an O'Shea fan, this is your chance to cast your vote. Unslave Colt member says, I vote O'Shea. I vote 1. Austin, I don't know, man. This is close. All right, so now I'm going to have to count. See? I'm going to have to tally this one up. Let me see where all the numbers started coming in. All right. So I'm going to count the 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. I see 18 2s. Now let me count the 1s.
yeah, I saw like 8 1s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's Yurt. Yurt beat O'Shea. Next round, everybody. Come on. That was just the first round. We're getting there. We're down to 8. We went from the Sweet 16. Now we're down to the Elite 8 of sexy men in the Truthiverse. First matchup of the second round. All right, we're moving now. Just cast your vote and we'll move on, guys. Number 1 for Christos. Number 2 for Awesome Austin of the Melodome. Who's the sexier man? Give me a 1 for Christos, 2 for Austin of the Melodome. Go.
Man, this dude's got all this star power on me, but I am the underdog, the up and coming, freshman, double XL, freshman, on the Cypher this year. So
1 for Christos, 2 for Austin. Come on. Austin voted for himself again, which is a good move.
which number am I? 2?
No, you're 1. 1 for
okay.
Christos, 2 for Austin. Go on, don't mess your own vote up. 2 for Austin, 1 for Christos. Let me see. Oh, it's another tight one, guys. Come on, don't wait. Cast your vote. I'm going to start counting them up soon. You can't vote twice, Rob. Come on.
I was
It's a
an
tight one.
accident. I just typed too fast the first time.
Are there not more people coming in backstage? Like, is just no one hitting? Oh, I guess the link disappeared a long time ago in the chat. Never mind.
Yeah, there's people coming in. Like Dick just came in.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's up, Dick? And he voted. Dick just voted for Christos.
I just wanted to come up and acknowledge that I got in my ego and my vanity when I voted for myself. And objectively, Rob Cleveland, you are more attractive than me. So,
wow, it takes a big man to admit his shortcomings, Dick. So,
well, I am slightly attracted to Rob Cleveland, so I had to be honest about this whole thing.
all right, I'm gonna have to count this one. All right, so let me count the 1s. Okay, so we got. I'm gonna move this over. This isn't easy. I'm working from 2 screens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think Christos won. Do we need to recount? What are you guys seeing in the chat? Who won that one? It's looking to me like Christos won this one.
Let's see.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's Christos. Christos.
Yep.
Christos. I mean, he's moving on to the Final 4. Christos makes his way into the final four.
I
Much
just
love,
threw my
Christos.
toothpaste. Like I just like tossed my toothpaste like one of those trick shouters would on YouTube, and it like bounced off like 2 or 3 things and then landed perfectly near my toothbrush. Talk about synchronicity, you know. I was like, let me just see what happens. I'm like, that really just land that way?
Well, Christos, it looks like you're having one of those mornings, dude. You moved your way on to the final four. You're using some kind of weird DMT Jedi magic in relation to your oral hygiene, whatever that story was. And you got it going this morning, dude. But most importantly, you've made your way to the final four. All right, guys, next matchup. 1 for Rob Cleveland, 2 for Benton. Cast your votes now. Come on. We don't have to make it a big thing. Cast your votes. 1 for Rob, 2 for Benton. Go now. Christos voted for Benton. Wow, Christos. That's a controversial vote, dude. And you're
I
up
think he
here
only
with
did that
Rob.
because I voted against him twice. I think that's why he did that.
Oh, he's paying attention. Gotcha.
I didn't
All right, it's a
even know.
landslide. We don't even know. We just, due to the exiting poll, we could already call it, you know. It's like calling California. You know, it's never going to be Republican. You know, we're like, you know, I don't know, Massachusetts or some other liberal hellhole. We just know how this is going. It's quite easy. Rob Cleveland, congratulations. You've made your way to the final four. All right. Stop your voting. We're moving on. Sorry, Benton. You're a nice guy and everything. You come off as sincere and somewhat psychotic, actually. But is anybody else like a little bit scared of Benton? Like, if you got on his wrong side, he might snap.
No, I mean, he's a pacifist, just like he said the other day.
Yeah, a lot of people say they're pacifists, you know. There's a lot of pacifists, you know.
I'd be
Hitler
worried to
was
share
vegan.
like to be his bunk or something in jail. Be kind of like,
Right.
you'd have to watch
Makes two
out.
of us, Dick. Makes two
Yeah.
of us. Like I said, Hitler was a vegan and loved dogs. We can go on and on. Some of the greatest despots of all time have presented themselves as pacifists. So much love, Benton, but Rob Cleveland took that one.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to how Rob was voting, so yeah. Interesting to know. Right, no.
Christos just like the mold heads, huh?
I like that you did the real ones know.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Much as I love the frivolity and the, you know, the general, the collegial conversation, this is serious stuff here. This is probably the most important thing we could ever be doing, is deciding who's the hottest guy on here. All right.
Big deal.
Ooh, this is a good one, Dick. This is a good matchup. This is going to be close. Number 1 for Flatman X. Number 2 for Nachiketa. Cast your votes now.
I don't know this Flatman X very well, so I'm definitely going Nachiketa.
All right, then good. Give it for not. That was one of my concerns because Flatman X is pretty popular amongst certain communities, but maybe not this particular one at this particular time.
I mixed Flatman X up with the Machine Lies. I mixed those two guys up. They probably don't even look alike at all.
I'm seeing a bunch of twos. Wow, because Flatman X had such a resounding victory over Troubling Tribune in the first round. It's interesting to see Nachiketa coming out so strong, at least initially here. All right. I think we can go to the exit polling and
Well, Nachiketa also had that beautiful performance vanquishing Voy the other day, so he's on a upward trajectory.
We
in
saw
this whole
that.
thing.
I saw that.
That's
That
very
needs to be-
attractive.
Dick, you need to cut that out and make that a video on OTW's channel. That has to be cut out as a segment. We'll talk about Void later. I want to talk to you about Void, Dick, once this is over. Austin, see, you initially casted your vote for Nachiketa, then you came back and you casted for Flatman X. So I'm going to allow you a third vote, Austin. Did you just mess the numbers up? Or were you really going against your boy, Flatman X? Austin, you need to clarify, because this could become a truth or verse controversy, the likes that we've never seen, if you indeed did not vote for your buddy FMX. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Lou, who knows what you're saying? Who knows what the fuck Lou's saying? Oh, he said he messed up. Flatman X in the house. Flatman X, you're up against Nachiketa in the Elite Eight round of this tournament, where we're trying to figure out who indeed is the sexiest man of the Truthiverse. Flatman X, you had a resounding victory over Troubling Tribune in the first round in the Sweet 16. You're struggling a little bit here, though, against our friend Nachiketa. He seems to be in the lead right now. Much love, Flatman X, but although you had a fair number of votes, we're going to close the polls. Nachiketa, congratulations. You have just beat Flatman X, and you've advanced to the Final Four. You are in the running for Nachiketa. You are in the running for sexiest man in the Truthiverse. Flatman X, how do you feel? You put up a good fight, but you have just been defeated by our Asian South Korean friend Nachiketa in terms of, sexiness. I got to tell you, Nachiketa, I wouldn't mind losing to you. If I had to lose, so if I were you, Flatman X, I wouldn't take it so hard. Nachiketa indeed is an objectively attractive man. The South Korean look is in right now. Have you guys seen this K-pop shit that's going on? All these South Korean pop groups and stuff like Blackpink and all these other bands. South Korea is in.
Yeah,
man.
I'm always watching that stuff. K-pop,
Yeah.
that's a big deal. I love that shit.
Yeah, K-pop.
They got some good soap operas over there too. If you got any extra time, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, true.
Renditions
Yeah,
of Days
people
of Our
like
Lives.
those. Mm-hmm.
So Nachiketa, I don't know, Nachiketa, if you're just, objectively more attractive than Flatman X, or you're just riding the whole South Korean wave that's happening now and taking over popular culture. But Nachiketa, you've moved on to the Final Four. Congratulations. You should be proud. Let's go with our last Elite Eight matchup and see who is our last member of the Final Four. Who can we get in? I don't think this is going to be too difficult, but who am I? I have my biases. All right, ready? Everybody get ready. Clear your palate. We're moving on to the next contest. Ready? Who's sexier? Number 1 for London Man. Number 2 for Yurt of In a Thought Experiment. Cast your votes now. 1 for London Man, 2 for Yurt Fellow. Cast your votes now. There's an early one coming in from Rob Cleveland for London Man. Christos. Very controversial vote, Christos. I'm not really sure how to take that, but
I want Yurt to know in the replay that I'm not his enemy. So yeah, little gestures like that in the long run.
all right. So you're playing the political game, Christos. It's very intelligent, smart of you. Good
If
job.
Yurt still had his beard, he might be in the running with
All
me. But once he
Sorry,
shaved that,
Yurt.
Yeah.
It's a runaway. It's
Yeah.
London Man just literally just destroyed you, Yurt. It doesn't really say anything about you. Again, you have a really nice presentation, Yurt Fellow, but obviously London Man, he's a tough competitor. We're seeing that.
Oh yeah, he's got that fucking accent too. So I know that puts a bias in everybody's mind.
Right. That accent's hard to compete with in terms of sexiness. So, London Man, you moved on to the Final Four. All right, guys, we're getting close. Am I the only one that's excited? This is exciting for me. I don't know why. This is, like I said, of all the things we could be doing, we could be taking on the NWO. We could be waking the world up to the Globe lie. We could be exposing the elites and pedophilia-like tendencies. We could be really building something. We could be joining together into some community and building our own economy, building a thriving community. We could break away from this despotic, tyrannical system. But instead of that, we're just trying to figure out egoically who's hotter than the other. It's weird. It's weird how this all goes down. All right, guys, welcome to the Final Four matchup. There's 4 contestants left. It's getting exciting. Who will move on to the finals? Who will move on to the finals?
I predict it will be Rob against Nachiketa at the end.
Well, interestingly enough,
That's
you're going
what
to
I think
find
we're
out
heading
right
to.
now because here we go. Who will make it into the finals? This is a good one because the 2 men are right up here in this panel right now. So let's all hold on. We're gonna do this the right way, Dick. We're gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna bring you back up, Dick, but for now I got to get you out of here.
That's fine. Yeah.
Now I don't know how to leave myself up. How am I gonna do this? Here we go. My face is huge, too huge. Let me get myself out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Final Four. Our first Final Four matchup. Who will make it to the finals between these 2 gentlemen? Now you see them. We have obviously the smooth talking, dreadied up, melanated, empowered, Aboriginal. Don't call him African American. Don't even call him Aboriginal. He's just an original. He's original to this land because we know that this whole slave trade narrative is probably not what it seems, Very likely, Rob Cleveland's ancestors go all the way back to the very foundations of this great land of ours. Anyway, who's it going to take it? We have Rob Cleveland versus, of course, the young, the talented, the effervescent. Some may consider him a crowd favorite, Christos. All right, now don't vote yet. We're about to open it. This is important. This is big here. For some reason, both of them left the screen. This is their big moment. And they just decided they were going to either be shy or who knows. Maybe they're prepping. I'm not sure. Either way, you all got a good look. See, Laurie, you jumped the gun. But I'm going to count your vote, Laurie. All right, we're about to open. Who is the sexier man? 1 for Christos, 2 for Rob. 1 for Christos, 2 for Rob. I'll switch him up so we know. Come on, voting's open.
Can I take my shirt off as like a red button, like nuclear missile, like last resort?
It's your call, man. If you think you need some type of advantage. I mean, if I was up against Rob, I would use every arsenal, every tool that I have in my box, dude. He's obviously a tough candidate. And Flatman thought they went to change their clothes. I mean, it's coming in. It's coming in strong.
Rob's 2. I don't know who's 1 and 2.
Christos is 1. Rob is 2. Very easy. Place a 1 for Christos, a 2 for Rob. We'll have to leave the polling stations open a bit longer for this one. I do suspect this is going to be a very close race. Come on, get your votes in. We're doing this the right way. If I have to take the time to count them, I will. I don't want to, but it just, I'm guessing we're going to have a close-ass race here.
Looks like you got it, Rob.
I'm seeing a bunch of 2s come in. There's a smattering of 1s. Lubas, interestingly enough, voted for Christos. How do you feel about that, Rob? Lubas voted for Christos over you. You have any thoughts?
I ain't worried about that. He's just a hater.
Hold on. There's some
got a
1s
small
coming in. A small what? See, are we going to play the race thing, Rob? Where are we going with this? He has a small what? Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Let's not get into it.
Why didn't you guys vote? Did you vote, Christos?
I didn't.
Rob, did you vote?
Why would I vote on a competition that I'm involved in directly?
Okay.
I thought
Christos
you did earlier.
Here's why. Because Christos just voted for himself and you didn't. So he just got an extra vote on top of you. So
He needs it. I don't need it.
interesting. Awesome Austin from the
Yeah,
Melodome is actually advocating for Rob Cleveland. Wonder why.
It
It's
doesn't
surprising.
surprise me. Rob has seniority here on these panels, so I think I'm actually probably unknown to like half of your audience, honestly. So, but
Right.
hey, I'm just happy I made it into the top whatever. This has been fun. I really don't care, but it is strangely synchronistic because I'm at a turning point right now with my relationships in life. So I'm a little more inclined, I guess, to put myself out there. We'll say, but I'm not about to start taking my clothes off out here though. That's too. I maybe a couple years ago I'd start doing that shit and like, show my obliques and my six pack and get the veins going, but I don't need to be doing that to y'all. I'll bury y'all. I mean, I'll spare y'all.
I got
Wow.
flab under here. I'm a skinny fat.
You don't
Christos
have a
with the
six pack, Rob?
Huh?
See, I'm invoking that dreadlock energy. That's why I made it to this far where I could even face, the great Rob. One of the final gatekeepers.
Oh no.
This one's close. This is a close one. Now, I haven't counted, but my eye is telling me that Rob Cleveland took this one. If there's anybody who if there's anybody who wants to actually count them, I could do it real quickly. You made a late push, Christos, but it's looking like Rob took this one, dude.
I'm already pretty sure that Rob got it, but I mean, if someone wants to do an official count, by all means.
It's Rob.
I made it. This is the top 3, right?
No, it's the final 4. So you made it into the final 4.
So since I made it to my the final 4, I might just give out a free trial to my OnlyFans. So stay tuned. Link will be in the description.
So Christos, I'm going to put you in the back because since Rob made it to the final, we're going to leave him up. But hold on, before you go, you seem to have dropped somewhat of a revelation here, maybe a bombshell. Are you saying that indeed, because you've classified yourself as in a relationship since we've known you, Christos, is there something new you'd like to tell us? Are you no longer a one-woman man, so to speak?
No, I'm just taking some time with my current partner. So I'm not single, but it's complicated right now. I'm still in the relationship.
Much love, Christos. That was very diplomatic of you. We're going to put Christos in the back because we need to focus on Rob, because Rob, you made it to the finals, dude. How does it feel?
Feels great, although I'm not too surprised.
Well, let's figure out who your competitor is going to be. We need to figure out who's going to be up against Rob with the next contest. It's a big one, guys. All right, everybody cleanse your palate. Get ready. Get your fingers ready. I should do like the Ryan Seacrest thing, Rob. With the American... The key is in these type of contests, you got to draw it out. You have to build the anticipation, right? You got to let it breathe a little bit. You have to give the audience time to, absorb the experience. Let their imaginations run wild. The anticipation, the build-up, so to speak, it's always better than the outcome, isn't it, Rob? Would you agree with me on that? That it's really the anticipation that is where the actual joy comes from, not the, like you, Rob. Like, okay, say you meet one of these girls on Tinder, one of these, allow me to be a little bit ethnically insensitive. We know Rob's really not swiping right on many melanated women. I'd imagine most of Rob's swiping right takes place with, let's say, full-figured white women. Would I be? Am I off on that, Rob, or is that pretty accurate?
Not at all.
All right.
Very accurate.
So Rob, as you're continuously swiping white in these full-figured Caucasian women, and then you start to generate some type of communication with them, some back and forth. Isn't it true that it's the anticipation and that whole beginning process that is much more fulfilling than the actual completion of the sexual act? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, Rob. Oftentimes I'm left feeling somewhat unfulfilled, after I do the deed, and somewhat regretful. Right. It's the anticipation. It's the anticipation. That's what we need to do here. We're building the anticipation. All right. Here we go, everybody.
Swiping white. Yes.
Get ready. Swiping white. Good one, NDB. Everybody get ready. Get your phones up. I suspect this is going to be another close race. Maybe it's just me. Ready? Here we go. Who's going to make it to the final? Who's going to make it to face up against our friend Rob Cleveland? Here we go. Vote 1 for our friend Nachiketa. Vote 2 for our friend London Man. 1 for Nachiketa, 2 for London Man. Place your votes. Come on, get him in. Nachiketa literally voted against himself. How very Asian of you, Nachiketa. That's very collectivist. That's very Buddhist, Taoist. You know, you step out of yourself, out of your ego. Come on, Nachiketa. Did you really vote against yourself and for London Man? I don't know. I think that's significant, Rob. Nachiketa voted against himself. What are your thoughts on it? See, London Man voted for himself. No, London Man voted for Nachiketa. They each voted for
Those
their
votes
competitor.
should be null and void then.
See,
You can't be voting for yourself and you can't vote for your competition.
Because neither of them is really American, so maybe they're not exposed to the same level of, I don't know, like egoic brainwashing that we've all been exposed to, you know? 1 is Nachiketa, 2 is London Man.
I voted 1.
Okay. 1 is Nachi, 2 is London Man. It's real easy. We'll do the females another day, Green Man. I'm not sure how well that'll go over. That's not, you know. 1 is Nachiketa, 2 is London Man. All right, Melodome came in for Notch. London Man, how's it feel that Awesome Austin voted against you, man? Anyway. It's a close one, Rob. What do you see, Rob? Whoever wins is going to be your competitor. Maybe we shouldn't have you count. This might be too close to call at this point. Help me out, chat. Start counting up the votes. Uncle Rick just voted for London Man. The votes are coming in fast and furious, everybody.
I mean, it looks.
We sit here as the. Yeah, it's a pretty tight race. I called this one. Freedom Grower went with Nachiketa. Heidi cast her vote for London Man. This is too close to call at this point. I don't know. London Man may have. I don't know. I think London Man so far is in the lead. Help me out, chat. Uncle Rick, help me out. Count this out. Heidi. Rob, it's looking like London Man might be, I don't want to say surprisingly. You know, it's possible that Nachiketa is new to the scene. He's not maybe quite as well known yet as our friend London Man.
Well, I counted about 14 ones. I didn't count the 2s.
Help me out, chat. Who do we have? Who won this one?
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, I think number 1 got it.
Heidi says it's a
Counting
tie.
more ones.
Rob's counting more ones. Fuck, am I going to have to stop the show and actually count these? Come on, somebody count these for me in a real way.
That's what I counted them, and I excluded Nachi's and London Man's votes.
Heidi, who won? Help me out. People start put who they think won. London Man says, Nachiketa, we can run through them hoes together. Well, London Man. I mean, That's an interesting comment for you. Rob, isn't London Man a married man? Am I wrong on that one?
Yeah, I think he's a monogamy boy too.
Dick, can you help count, Dick? I trust Dick. I trust Dick's discretion, his honesty. Don't put a 1 or a 2. Put London or the voting's over, so don't put any more 1s and 2s. Who won? Nachiketa or London Man? I want to see names. Salty says Nachiketa won.
It's the same thing I said.
I don't want there to be any controversy after this. If there's controversy, I don't know how I'd be able to handle that. I don't know what my credibility would just be shot. I got Flatman X at my channel. I got to look somewhat credible, I can't just sit here and look like a hack. Yeah, no production value. I already have no production value. I already have a minuscule audience compared to some. No, Nachiketa, you can't concede. You already voted against yourself. That's enough humility. It's enough. There's a certain thing as too much humility. Too much humility just swings right back to ego. It just goes like a loop, like a circle, man. You guys are all giving me different things. Flatman X says I need an intro. All right, we could work on that, Flatman X. Much love. We could work on that. Green Man just puts Karen B with a question mark with no context around it. We all love Karen B. I don't know why you would mention her here. Yeah, Thunder Chicken, you missed all the hoopla. You can go back and watch it later. Heidi, come on. Heidi Dick, who won? I'm putting it on you guys. There's people that I trust here. Come on, we need to move on. Yeah, I get it. Hashtag Melted Brick Mountains. All right, Dick has Nachi at 10 votes and London Man at 9 votes. Fuck, that's close. All right, so I'm going to go with Dick. He gave the official tally. Dick gave it to Nachi by 1 vote.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You said that too. Because some people fuck up. They put 1.5, 0, 3. People vote twice. I was waiting for Heidi to come in with a count. Heidi says, hold on. No, Heidi, people can't vote again. The voting is
We've been
closed.
holding on for like 5 minutes already.
There's no more votes. All right.
This can't be that difficult.
Now we can't count any more coming in votes. All right. Nachiketa squeaked out a victory over London Man. Nachiketa coming out. Nachiketa is taking the Truthiverse by storm. He's one of these guys that pops on the scene. People like his presentation. They like his jive. They like his knowledge. He has the right mix of humility plus, let's say, Panaz. What do you predict for Nachiketa in his future in the Truthiverse? I see big things for Nachiketa. What's your take, Rob?
Yeah, he's got that X factor to him. If he wants to do what all the other content creators doing, I think he has a good chance at it.
All right, Nachiketa, get up here. Get up here, Nachiketa. You made it to the finals. Right, he's here. Get up here. Just hurry up, Nachiketa. Click the link. We don't have all day. Come on. You're here. It's you and Rob. You need to be up here, Nachiketa. It's a big moment for everybody. It's a huge moment. Nachiketa, this could break you into like Truthiverse stratosphere. You could break through the Truthiverse firmament up through the 7th heavens, and you could make it to the seat of the Almighty right above Polaris, along with all the Norse gods and everybody else. Let's break the dogma, people. Anyway, here he is, right on cue. Nachiketa, thank you for coming back up. Thank you for ingratiating yourself. We welcome you back to the stream. Let me get rid of myself here. All right, guys, here you have it. Everybody behold. This is exciting, guys. We need to just breathe it in. You're looking at the two most sexiest men in the entire Truthiverse right in front of you. Interestingly enough, we have both. Let's call them members of like a minority community. We have one, again, like I said, Rob Cleveland. Don't call him African American. Don't even call him Aboriginal. He's just original, right? His peoples didn't come over on no slave ship. They always was here, man. They didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on them. And then on the other side, we have, again, another ethnically diverse person, my friend Nachikita. We can consider him East Asian, East Asian. I already said the South Koreans are hot lately. Everybody loves K-pop. K-pop is sweeping the world by storm. Korean barbecue. How can anybody not love Korean barbecue? Bulgogi. Anybody? Bulgogi, check it out. Yeah. Kimchi. Right? Well,
Kimchi,
Lou, don't
bulgogi.
Right. Lou
Yeah.
says I'm racist.
Japchae.
Lou, I didn't vote for these two wonderful ethnically diverse individuals. Why would you call me racist, Lou? The crowd voted for them. They're here. And are you claiming that I'm racist because a light-skinned Caucasian was excluded from this final? Come on, Lou. Give me a break. All right.
I'm looking
right,
pretty
guys.
white, man.
Are you trying to use that as some type of advantage over the
No,
over
no,
the,
no.
the
not at
melanated
all.
contestant here? You want to throw your hat in the All right, guys. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Don't fuck around. Don't miss your chance to cast your vote and lend your voice to this epic conversation. As we right now, right here in this moment, we find out who the 2023 most sexiest man in the Truthiverse. Ready?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Let's get this right now. Get your fingers ready. All right, here we go. I'm going to open the polls. Who's the sexiest man in the Truthiverse? 1 for Rob Cleveland, 2 for Nachiketa. Polls are open. 1 for Rob, 2 for Nachiketa. Rob's up here as number 6. Anybody, if you're not aware. Freedom. I'm putting this on you, man. Freedom and Heidi, you're going to decide who wins this. You're going to count.
Don't vote for me. Don't vote for me. I beg you.
Nachiketa.
I want Rob to win. I voted for him already, and please, I think
See,
he deserves it, really.
Nachiketa's
I don't
going
even know
for-
how I got
yeah.
here. I think Flatman X should have won, to be honest. Only reason is because nobody knows who he is here. But without a doubt, if you actually heard him and saw him, he would have taken this down, hands down. That's just my personal opinion.
How dare you say that nobody knows who Flatman X is here?
I said here.
How dare you?
Here
Um,
on this channel.
the votes are coming in, fast and furious. It's another tight one. Of course, I mean it's the finals. Of course, it'd be tight.
I don't even want to look.
The final countdown. Da-da-da-da.
Heidi says she's torn.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Heidi says she's torn. Heidi, just go with your gut. Heidi, you have a choice.
Heidi,
here.
it's okay.
Right.
We'll both love you anyway. Don't worry. Don't worry, Heidi. It's okay.
Heidi,
We
here's
both
what I
love you a long
recommend.
time.
Right. Heidi, here's what I recommend.
Yeah,
Yes, Heidi, it's a lonely Friday night. It's like, it's 11 a.m. You're watching Netflix. You've opened a bottle of some nice white wine. It's just you and your cats. Of course you have cats, Heidi. It's obvious. We all know you have cats. And you're fantasizing, and you had a choice. Who's going to show up, knock on your door, come in and basically, create a nice romantic experience. Who do you want to show up at your door, Heidi? It's not hard. What do your loins tell you? Get out of your imagination and into and into your root chakra, Heidi. Embrace that root chakra. You know, who do you really want to give it to you? Do you want the, you know,
I mean,
you
if
want
it
Rob
helps,
or do you want
if it
Nachikita?
helps, if it helps, I'm just gonna say I don't bring flowers to anybody. That's just I'm not very romantic that way. Just FYI.
All right, Freedom's
I'll
really
bring some
keeping.
food though.
So thank you, Freedom. See, Freedom's making this happen. So far, it's 15 for Rob, 13 for Notch. All right, cast your final votes. It's your final chance to get your vote in. If you're listening along and you feel passionately about this, it's your final chance. So far, Rob's got it by 2.
I'm surprised.
Come on now. It's your last chance. Trish Bastone, have you voted for this? Trish, have you voted? Trisha? I don't know, Trish. You nominated Jack Talcott, so I'm not sure how much we could even count your vote. But Lubass came in with a 1. It's another one for Rob. Last chance. Unless we get a late comeback. There's a 2. Rob's still up by 2 votes. Come on. It's your last chance. Get it in.
Call it.
There's another 2. Rob's up by 1 vote. I'm calling it. And Mr. Miyagi came in with a 1. I called it. Sorry, McLovin. See, now you guys are still coming in. Rob still has it by 1. It's called. Rob Cleveland, you won by 1 vote, Rob. How do you feel, dude? How do you feel?
I'm actually quite surprised at this one.
Talk to the crowd. We're going to give you this moment,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you. I do appreciate the kind votes, making me feel nice. I would have rather had Nachikita win, or Nachiketa, excuse me. But again, thank you.
So, Rob, he's sweeping the floor. Are you indicating that you are sweeping the floor just much like you just swept through your competition? Is this a veiled reference? Is this a veiled reference to your victory?
Yes, it's a subliminal.
Well, everybody, there you have it. In a, I would say, a momentous and otherwise, some may say, infamous presentation here, we found out, indeed, who stands atop the Truthiverse in terms of their physical attractiveness. Lou says he's mopping, not sweeping. Well, either way, he mopped the floor and swept the floor with his competition.
No, you sweep first and then you mop.
Let's bring Dick up, see what his thoughts are on this. Dick, your thoughts. I mean, in retrospect, as we kind of look back on this momentous tournament, this, some might say, illustrious event that we just partook in, you know, in retrospect, no big surprise that Rob Cleveland pulled through with the victory. Your thoughts, Dick?
I think Nachiketa, you know, if he'd been on the scene a little more, it might have been a tie, or even he might have, you know, it's tough. What do you want, like that Asian persuasion, or you want that beautiful African-American man? I think everybody wants both, really, is what they were thinking in their mind. And so everybody was torn, and they probably just threw up a number on the wall. But you really couldn't go wrong either way. I'd enjoy an evening with either man if they would like to take me out to dinner sometime. And I'll be their beta for the night.
Interestingly enough, Dick, thank you, Terry Davis, said it would have been me if I put myself in. I don't know. We'll never know.
You didn't throw yourself in this. Oh, okay. I thought you were already ruled out before I got here.
Exactly. I was
still on the
ruled
pillow
out.
when that happened.
So Terry will never know. We'll never know.
Well, wait a minute. I think you should do that. You should do you and Rob, at least, to, you know, you should have thrown yourself in there, man. Why didn't you participate?
Well, what I could do is like do this. All right, you know how certain tournaments, like in the there's like a World Cup for sailing, that happens every 4 years. I forget what it's called. They do it like on the East Coast, and it's like the Yachting World Cup. What it is
Yeah.
it's if when you're the winner, you're automatically in the next finals. So then all the other tournament is to decide who. So if Rob's the winner, right? So what we could do is when we do the next one, we basically just have Rob up, and we find out who's going to be his competitor. So, or I could just put myself consistently in the finals and just give myself an advantage. But I don't know. That might be a bit too self-indulgent. I'm not sure.
Right.
What about your thoughts that we had two ethnically diverse individuals in the finals? There was no Caucasians. Does this say something, Dick, about the times that we live in, the progressive nature of our media? Are we all just maybe being a little bit more understanding and opening to the, the diverse world in which we live? Or I don't know. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I'd like to throw that white suppression card out there, but I got to be honest. I think they're just objectively more attractive men than the Caucasians that were available to be judged in that contest. Had you put some different Caucasians up there, it might have turned out different. But Nachiketa is objectively a very attractive Asian man, and he has a masculine type of energy to him, which is odd for that gene line. It's like most of them kind of have that soy boy feel, and he's got the little mustache coming in like a Bruce Lee thing going on. I feel like he'd do a chop suey on you and cut right through you if he wanted to. So I don't know, man. I mean, Rob, he's always been an attractive male. Everybody's always identified that and, wanted to shower him with his approvals. So, and validations, they're just both attractive men. What are you going to do? God bless them,
Right on. That's a good take.
I think if you'd have put the genitals in there, though, that would have maybe changed the results too. You never know.
Well, I'll hesitate.
Because some people might have got intimidated
by
by Rob,
Right.
It's
I mean,
like,
I won't
don't know
make
if
any
can
easy.
handle that.
Yeah, I don't want to make any easy like stereotypical jokes and starting, concerning male members and what different sizes compared to different ethnicities, because it's almost too easy. Sometimes the fruit's so low hanging, you just got to let it go.
Right.
But Dick, we did have Flatman X up in the back, but I think we lost him.
I
FMX,
subscribe to his channel.
Come back
have
up,
not-
FMNX, because it was alleged on this channel that people don't know you here, but I would disagree. I think a lot of people know you, and if that's true, if indeed a lot of people don't know Flatman X, well, we need to change that because he's somebody that needs to be known. So get back up here, Flatman X. I don't know.
If they watch Melodome, if they're familiar with Austin, then they're familiar with Flatman X. I'm pretty sure they do a show together.
So while we're waiting for Flatman X, we have Dick, special guest. We have Lou Bass's eldest daughter, Trish Bastone, which I hesitate to even introduce her like that because she stands on her own. So I don't know
Right.
why I just had to introduce her as Lou Bass's daughter. Why don't we introduce Lou as Trish Bastone's father? Let's
There
get
you
it
go.
straight here because I think Trish holds a lot more water in this community than Lou. But what do I know? Flatman X, hold on. I'm going to bring you up in a minute, dude. I see you back there. Just give me a second. I want to talk to you. But we have pressing matters here. Let's welcome to the show, Trish Bastone. Trish, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Trish.
Howdy, Trish.
Hi, Rob and Dick. I would come on camera, but I'm literally still in bed, so.
Well, I mean, are those two things mutually exclusive? I mean, can you not? I mean, can you be on camera and be in bed? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak
crazy.
I don't want to speak for you, Dick, but I mean, some people may be interested in seeing you with your camera on as you're in bed. That might be something we might want to look into. Go ahead, Trish. What do you got for us? You said you wanted to apologize to me. What do you want to apologize to me for? Maybe I missed something, Trish. I don't see any occasion or need for you to apologize, but go ahead. I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure because maybe how I'm remembering it didn't actually happen, but I feel like a few nights ago I had a couple of drinks and I haven't drank in a long time and I left you some comments on some old videos. Did that happen or am I just dreaming that up?
Well, you left one comment on an old video, which I recall, but it wasn't. But what's the apology? I believe your comment was you were watching one of my flat Earth videos, and your comment was, either I'm having some kind of awakening or I'm going completely insane. Was that the gist of your comment?
Yeah, I can't even remember. I was drunk, so maybe else, but I thought it was worse than that. So,
Gotcha.
anyways,
I don't know. Maybe I'll look. I'll see. I mean, is it possible you left any type of maybe flirtatious comments towards me?
No,
maybe
no,
some.
I don't think so.
some- Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, those were
Wondering.
buried deep down. It's fine.
Gotcha. Well, Trish, it was nice talking to you today. Do you have anything to say regarding, your father, your relationship with your dad? For anybody who's not, up to date on the story between Trish and Lou. God, Trish, your dad's listening right now. I know he's steaming.
I know.
We've gone through a journey with Lou Bass and his eldest daughter, Trisha. We've seen the ups, we've seen the downs. They seem to have entered a new phase in their relationship. Last we left off, Trisha, you've moved out of your father's house. You're into a new location. Can you give us an update? How are things between you and your dad?
Whatever. They're not good, but I'm doing great. So I think that's the beginning of it, right? So
Is it fair to say that you and your dad are currently not communicating?
Yeah, and that's okay. I think for now that's fine. I think I don't know. Did you watch your stream the other day? Like when I was on it alone, and then later, or no?
Say that again.
Did you watch your stream the other day when I was on talking to him alone, or no?
No, I heard about it, but
all right. So I had this
wasn't.
really I thought positive conversation with Aaron, and then later on, I spiraled back and then had to come back up and call my dad out on some shit and just restarted the drama. So I think there's like a restart that needs to just keep happening until it eventually gets to be normal. But we'll see. I just felt compelled to come here and say sorry because I just felt like I probably said something so stupid in a drunken way, and I was like kind of embarrassed about it.
Trish, there's no need to apologize. Really, the only person in this whole story that needs to apologize is Lou. Lou, you owe Trish an apology. Matter of fact, Lou, I don't know if I'm going to let you up unless you apologize to your daughter. What do you think, Rob? Am I out of line here? Does Lou indeed owe Trish an apology? I think so.
I don't know, man. I don't really think so.
Okay.
I don't.
Then again, I don't know every detail. I don't know the full story, so my opinion is just kind of worthless.
Right on.
That's
right
my
on.
caveat.
All right, well, I want to move on because I have a guest in the back. I want to get up. Trish, love having you here. Come back and see us again. We love following your story. We love following your sister Juliana on her, on her channel. You want to shout out your sister's channel?
Yeah, follow Juliana Bastoni and John Bastoni. He's got a YouTube channel too.
Nice. Do you have any content you'd like to share? And word is in the street, Trish. There may be some occulted or otherwise secret OnlyFans page that you participate in. Is that just a rumor, or is there any validity? Is that valid in any way?
No, that's a rumor, but I don't know. Maybe my dad should start one of his own.
Gotcha. Much love, Trish. You take care of yourself. Talk to you soon, okay? Right on.
Bye, Trish.
All right. Let's bring up our next guest. So as I said, it's been mentioned here this morning in the chat that apparently my audience, this audience, whatever it is, may be unaware of my next guest. If so, you've been missing out, and we need to remedy that situation. You can find this man prominently featured on my good friend Austin's channel, The Melodome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream, Flatman X. Flatman, welcome to the show.
Hey, Grand Rising, everybody. How's my audio? I'm off my phone right now.
Cheers.
You're good. You're good.
Wow.
5x5.
Appreciate it. Hey, awesome show this morning. I got surprised. Austin sent me the link. Hey, yo, they doing this thing over there. I'm like, what? So, hey, appreciate being part of the game. I wish I would have known about it earlier. I would have prepared. I would have done my homework. I would have been in the gym a little bit more. I didn't know such contenders was going to be here in these primary battles. So, unsuspectedly, you got me off guard for now. But round 2, going to be
Right.
FMX Radio. Understand this. The man.
That's what I was
my
saying,
man,
Flatman.
coming out, man. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to be here next time for you, Mr. Rob. You're going to go down, buddy. You're going to go down.
I got all my winter fat, so I wasn't in.
See, niggas got to do all this preparing, go to the gym, all this other shit. I just wake up like this, man.
Wow. Damn. That's inspirational shit there, dog. It's amazing.
Damn. We got the hype machine's already going. All right, well, FMX, dude, you got a year to prepare for it, dude. So you can hit the gym, dude,
Okay,
do your
good.
thing. You get your glam squad going. You got a year to work on this. So
That's right. That's right. We could be
we know
talking
Rob.
about this
Yeah, Rob's
You're
going to
gonna
be
let
tough
me
to
know.
beat, dude. Rob's going to be tough to beat. But
for sure. For sure.
so Flatman
I see.
X, dude, let's go into it a little bit, man. Let's cut the shtick. I got you here. Let's make this something for the audience. I usually stop streaming around 9. That gives us 12 minutes. We can go a couple minutes, Pat. It doesn't matter. But I'm trying to get into a routine where I come on 6 to 9, and then people could do their things. Dick, ancillary topic. Talk to OTW. If he wants to stream against me, that's fine. But I'm not going to cross promote a show. If he wants to come on at 9, we could have a nice little flow thing. Just whatever. It's fine. I'm just putting it out there.
Sounds fair.
I mean, Dick, you live 2 time zones away anyway. So whatever. I'm not going to tell people how to run their show, but much love, OTW. Where the fuck are you? OTW, how are you going to do a morning show? You're not even awake yet. It's almost 9 o'clock. Wake up, OTW.
He might have
Time to
already
smell
heard
Big props
what you
doing these
said
morning
here and
shows,
he's
man.
already adjusted. Who knows?
Right, Flatman. I mean, I would like to say you can give me big props, but a lot of it's kind of me sneaking under the radar. There's not many people broadcasting at 6 a.m. in the morning East Coast. So that's one thing. 2 is I'm not really going against anybody that I really have an issue going against. I know Iron Realm Media, who I do enjoy their content, they do broadcast in the morning, but so I do want to shout them out. Other
I
than
don't know,
them,
Z,
there's
you might want to watch out, dude. I might play my guitar at 7 or something and take like 2 of your viewers. Or
Right.
Hey,
one.
there you go.
Well, I'd rather you be here, Dick, and then you jump over to OTW. We could do that. But here's the thing. Look, there's only so much time in a day. There's so many broadcasters. There's more and more. People are going to overlap. The lines are going to blur.
Yep.
It's going to be a thing. But OTW came here in my show 2 mornings in a row to promote his morning show. That's not, that's a little weird. So we don't need to do that.
I got you.
All right. Let's forget all that. We got that out of the way. Flatman X is here. Let's focus on him. Flatman X, dude, you're looking at, I don't want to label people, but there's 4 people in this panel. We're all loosely termed flat earthers. Okay. You're in good company here. Talk to me, dude. I can ask you about your, we'll talk more in the future, hopefully, but, without getting into your whole journey, let's just focus on flat earth, dude. I had a flat earth awakening moment. I was in my journey, and then, it was introduced in early 2015. Some say the end of 2014. Really, it was introduced in the late 1800s, but let's not go there. It was introduced to the YouTube world, the internet in that time. And by 2017, it clicked into my head. It took me 2 fucking years for it to click, right? And then it clicked one day. And then the walls of Jericho fell. My whole reality, the whole paradigm through which I viewed this realm was shattered in a moment's time. When I allowed my biases, my indoctrination to be lowered, and I let in objectivity, logic, and reason, and I realized that all evidence points to a level horizontal realm, whatever model you want to put around it, and that the globe is not only laughable, and not only is it a huge deception, but it's literally impossible. Anyway,
No, I'm with you.
talk to me about your moment, dude. When did you switch? When did you throw the globe away? When did the scale tip for you when you said, "Oh, this fucking flat Earth thing's a real deal"? Just hit us
Yeah.
with it.
Oh yeah, very, very quick and simple iceberg type story. I was there in the first wave when Mark Sargent was dropping the first flat earth clues, like literally the first 3 when he dropped them. I was there, and I was like one of the first viewers because I ran out of stuff to watch on the internet, just like everybody else. It was limited. there really wasn't that many websites and places you could go to get, weird information other than like rotten.com and some other websites you don't really want to look into because it goes far away from flat earth into darker areas of the soul that you don't really want to gaze into. But in that journey, when I was like, yo, why they lying about, the moon landings? They're obviously hiding the aliens. Obviously, the aliens are controlling everything and they're lying about everything. And that's why they're doing it. So it never occurred to me that, our observations would be more telling than what we were being told to view it as, these imaginative curves and these, celestial lights that go around another celestial sphere that's under our feet. So I don't know. By the time I got introduced to it, it was kind of like, yeah, this would make sense. So it wasn't that big of a deal for me because I already had a healthy distrust for the government before I found it. So it was just the icing on the cake. Like, yep, it's all done. It's all a lie. Unicorns are probably real at this point too, for all I know. So, so everything's out the window now as far as certainty goes. And I believe, like many others who's been in this game almost a decade now, that this is the framework of things to come. Much bigger and greater information and revelations are yet to be unveiled. And it was going to change yet again to how we perceive our realm and even our station in it. And I'm excited for things to come, way more than the fear that they pump out into the media and our consciousness. We're really ahead of the game here. And I'm proud of everybody that's in this community, for better or worse, just for being conscious of it. Great things are coming.
Right on. Let me ask you this, dude. Contrary to popular sentiment, where we hear, the flat earth is dying out, we know that's not true. We know the flat earth idea, let's just say the globe lie, or the understanding of the globe lie, call it a movement, whatever, it's growing, all right? Look at Dave Weiss. Let's look at his app. You can look at Dave Weiss's app as a microcosm. Consider it like a pole. We see his app growing exponentially. It's multiplying time, okay? Of course. Look, all we needed was a Jew to get in the game. We just needed to connect the flat earth with financial gain and then bring in a guy with a last name of Weiss. And it was only a matter of time where he would figure out a way, because we know they're all self-interested and greedy, obviously, with their hand-wringing and stuff. Much love, Dave.
Right.
But we needed the Jew greed. We needed the greedy Jew to come in to propel the flat earth movement. So I welcome Dave Weiss. I don't care what you people have to say about his heritage and ethnicity. You're all anti-Semites. That's what I have to say about it. We needed the Junicorn to come along, give us the app for multiple reasons. Much love, Dave. So my point is,
it's great.
So Flatman X, my point is, dude, we know it's growing. Are we approaching a critical threshold? Are we about to tip the scales? And if so, what's the time frame?
Ooh, that's a iffy, tricky question for someone like me, because I'm almost under my own understanding, as we all should be. We should all, at the end of the day, have our own steadfast individual belief about where you are, who you are, and why you're here. So for me, this could be such a hyper fractal universe of the mind, such a wide, vast consciousness of God expressing himself through all these unique expressions via human organisms, tree, emptiness, everything, that it could be determined on the individual's ability and acceptance to want to experience such a reality, meaning that our minds are so powerful, even on the visual creator level, that whatever you're capable of imagining and what you focus on a day-to-day basis is probably what you're going to experience, regardless of the people around you and what they experience. You will believe that they're experiencing what you're experiencing because your mind's that powerful and you believe in it more than everything else. But at the end of the day, it might be the individual ride, the individual roller coaster, because you came into this reality by yourself and you will leave it to the next reality by yourself. So this might be more than just as we see as it is type scenario. This could be very deep, very, very, very deep.
Do you think
And
there's a unveiling of organic intelligence right now at some level that is allowing us to tap in more readily to just available information, Akashic records on that level or something?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's no tangible proof for such a things, but I believe if you're going to work on metaphysical ideas, Yeah,
Just
you
seeing
have
so
to.
many people with the synchronicities
Exactly.
and everything, right?
Exactly. You have to, and what you're talking about is exactly, you have to take it on that metaphysical thought platform if you want to experience new, higher forms of thought. It's the only way to do it. You have to allow yourself to entertain such ideas and to accept it as a possibility to possibly even entertain it and experience it. So, yes, absolutely. 100%. What else? What else is there?
It's
don't know.
like simultaneously they're creating an artificial augmented intelligence alongside, you know, this, I guess, release or unlocking of organic intelligence, natural intelligence. And so it's an amped up dynamic that if you compare it to when I came into this realm, it's a totally different type of energy that we're dealing with.
Deep thoughts, deep thoughts. Here now. Yes, sir.
Flatman, dude. You know, we were talking about this yesterday. Is, you know, let's see how you vibe with this. Is that the common understanding, right, that we're taught through science, religion, you know, quote unquote science. It's not real science. It's hashtag science, you know, hashtag academia. But we're taught through, you know, the system that we evolved, right? The universe was a big bang, billions and billions of years old, the Earth, whatever, you know, heliocentrism. And it basically that we all evolved, that the physical world was first. And then any concept of consciousness that we have just came up, you know, as a byproduct of physicality. They'll point to our brains. You know, at some point we developed these big brains and we became self-aware of something.
Mm.
But when I look at this realm and I understand the lies of science, religion, history, and all that stuff, it becomes quite clear to me that indeed that consciousness is the overarching reality, and that the world that we perceive as the physical world is just an energetic manifestation of that consciousness, right? Meaning to say, it flips it on its head. It paints the physicality in a different way, and it gives us a different way to think, man. And I'm constantly trying to impose that on people, and remind people that what you actually are, that you're not really a soul within a body. You're more likely a body within a soul. It's just a different way to look at it, man.
An inversion. Yeah, I can see
Right,
that.
the inversion. What are your thoughts on that, dude? That again,
That
this is really
it
just
resonates with me on that level.
consciousness. Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. I'm sorry, but yeah, it resonates with me on some level. Again, none of these things are tangible as far as physical touch, other than conceptual. But Marty Leeds touched, or was it Marty? I believe somebody was telling me the story how an inversion of the sky and land, how the eternal abyss could be the sky itself, and that's what they turned space into, which is just a scientific version of the abyss. So
You know, it's funny, FMX, dude. I had that conversation with our friend Joe from Effed Up World regarding that same topic. When we look at what the heavens are, you know, the cosmos, whatever you want to call them, quote unquote space, you know, can we think of it in a different way? Even in the New Testament, they refer to hell, so to speak, as the blackness and the darkness forever, the great abyss. Right? Is it possible that the heavens or space as we know it, or the cosmos, could be an understanding of hell?
Well, it's
also
outside the plane of inertia, right? Because the plane of inertia is where the phenomenal objects present themselves. But then when you see like the energy flow outside of that, where does all these converging lines, where all that's taking place? It's kind of the ether. So it's, I mean, really, it looks like a toroidal field in that sense. You've got the projection, and I like your analogy of the body in the soul. To me, I've always kind of looked at it like it's a reflection from the soul, but where is it happening? It's just happening in perspective within the mind's eye, not the like carnal eyes, but the spiritual mind. And it's a fucking crazy acknowledgement. But yeah, I just figured I'd throw that in there.
Nah, that's cool. Same.
Because we're told that, you know, there's an idea that hell is really not a place for humans, that hell is actually a prison for the fallen ones, the so-called fallen. Well, let's think about it, right? We look at what are the so-called planets or the wandering stars named after? These demigods,
Right.
so to speak,
Correct.
right? Fucking
Yes.
Jupiter, Mars, Venus, right? So they're in the heavens, right? We can go further. Some of this is a trope for some people. Some people, this is new information, is that even more when you look at these wandering stars, they appear to have transgressed their order within the cosmos. All the other quote-unquote luminaries, that we call stars are fixed relative to each other, but we have these wanderers. Did they rebel against their order? Are they not the transgressors? Is it possible that when we hear that they're locked up, you could look at Enoch, you could look at other scriptures from the Apocrypha and so on, where we hear these fallen ones, whatever you want to call them, we hear that in some way that they were caged up, they were basically imprisoned for some transgression. Are they locked in the heavens? Is it possible that when we look at these, and shout out to Joe from Effed Up World, I'm just riding his coattails here. I'm doing two things here. Is it possible that indeed, when we see the SpaceX presentation, even the NASA thing, Flatman X, we like to think that the rockets go up, they're just a little show for everybody, like a fireworks trick. What if they're doing something up there? What is the story of the Tower of Babel?
I agree.
There's this common theme of us trying to escape into the heavens, but it could be a theme of the imprisoned fallen ones trying to escape using us as a prison break. Are they trying to break out of their thing? Are they trying to get back here and do whatever they do here? I don't know, man. But anyway, these are great thoughts. We can go on and on about this stuff, but I want to stick to a certain time frame, so I'm going to wrap the show up here.
Yeah.
I want to thank
thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Come back and see us again soon, and maybe we'll meet up on other platforms and stuff. Yeah, man. Look, anybody out here doing this thing, Flatman X, this is my first time talking to you, but I'd imagine we have a lot of commonalities. Once you come on here, you show your face, you start telling people the earth is flat. There's certain consequences that happen in your life, both good and bad. You make a lot of great friends, you meet a lot of great people, but oftentimes you lose other things in your life. And, anybody who's coming on here and doing this, I'm giving a shout out to. And shout out to you too, bro.
Yep, check me out, FMX Radio. I'm on the Melodome. Do edits for everybody, and hit me up on Telegram, bro, so we can hook you up with a cool intro, man, for your show.
Hey, Flatman, I just subbed your channel, dude. I just
Thanks,
found out
brother.
about you, so.
No, you good, man. Much love,
Glad
man.
to
Much
check
love
your
everybody
stuff.
in the chat, and you're gonna see me around more, man. I like y'all. Y'all cool people, man. One love, for real. Have a great day, for real, everybody.
Cheers.
Much love. Flatman X, everybody.
Dude, that reminds me of this guy told me once about how to get out of this realm, you had to do it in the spiritual body. So one of the things of meditation you were going to have to focus on was to penetrate this electromagnetic field that they've put around us. And that would be your only way out. And that it's happening quite often. We see it in these light ships that are multidimensionally coming in and out, that people see the anomalies in the sky. And it's actually light bodies coming in and out of this realm. And he said it's happening at a greater frequency. That's why you're seeing so much more, and it's being documented so much. People can't figure it out because it's not actually a phenomenal object. It's just having like a reflection type of anyway, it's just a trip to me. And what you said triggered that whole conversation.
Well, here's the thing, Dick. To me, that story is a lot more reasonable and plausible than the story they give us, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. The story they give us about gravity, evolution, and physics, that basically a model that defies physics in every single way. When you start talking to me about electrical fields, electrical energy, that at least is demonstrable. I could demonstrate the fundamentals of electromagnetics very easily. It's probably the only demonstrable force that there is. So when you start talking to me about electromagnetics, that makes sense to me, dude. What doesn't make sense to me is impossible gravity, impossible evolution. That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm on the vibe with that.
Yeah, and you transcend space and time as well simultaneously. So I mean, to be able to work in that realm has a whole different set of physics, essentially.
Cool, man.
Hey,
All right,
thanks
bro.
for having me up, Z. Nice talking with you.
Back at you, dude. It's good seeing you, homie.
Cheers.
Freedom Grower, everybody. Dick Freedom Grower. You can find Dick on his own channel, Freedom Grower. You can also find him on the OTW News channel. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, Patrick. You can stream whenever you want, and so can I, but maybe we could work out a nice little, like a compromise that works for both of us. And by compromise, I mean I just stream when I want, and then you stream after me. I know. I'm like that, Patrick, but either way, you do what you do. I think you're legit, Patrick. You have a good nose for truth. We'll leave it there. All right, guys. You know my theory. Always leave them wanting more. We could sit here and go on and on, but let's keep it tight. Much love, everybody. What is today? Is today Friday? Is today Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Much love. I need an ending. What's my ending? Should I steal Awesome Austin's ending? What's your ending, Melodome Austin? Can I steal it? When you keep it real, you keep the real ones. Isn't that your catchphrase? Oh, I can't steal your catchphrase. I'll think of a closing. I used to have a close. See, I've been off for so long, I forget what my closing phrase was. Anyway, how about this one? Parting is such sweet sorrow. So instead of saying goodbye, let's just say farewell for now. What do you think, Heidi? I think that's going to be my ending. Anyway, much love. Peace out.